to Tana. Tana swings and drives it to deep right field. Going back is the right fielder Hill, and that one is gone! Watch it fly, Jose Tana on the top of the 10th. A nice little pass there to his man, and that's no good. By Daniels, now bringing it back up is McCollum. Will stop. 3 again. And again, he drains it. 11-2 Wizards. 3 threes in a row. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders. Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown.
District Nation broadcasts are brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. Now, here's District Nation.
Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in as the Washington Nationals will finish up this West Coast swing that took them to both Sacramento and Colorado with the third game of a 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the Colorado Rockies. Everybody, welcome into District Nation. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helping out the channel a little bit. So we're about 9 minutes away from first pitch right here in the Nationals. Fell back to 500 yesterday. They took game 1 of this series with a good bullpen and a good offense. Last night, you get the offense, you just don't get the pitching. Carson Palmquist uses the opener strategy for the Nationals. He gives up 4 runs in that time. So, not great. Not great numbers for Carson Palmquist. I mean, 1 2/3, he gives up 4 runs. You don't want to give up runs when you're the opener. The whole point is to set it up well for the starter. He ends up giving up 4 runs earned to him. And then Miles Michaelis works 3 2/3 of an inning. 6 hits, 3 runs, not bad with a strikeout. He didn't hand out any free passes, so good by Miles Michaelis there, but he did hand out a home run. And then late in the game, you get Orlando Rabalta bailing out Meatball with 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts. Orlando Rabalta came to play. And then you get Matt Crook. The Bandit comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit, a walk, but he does the job. He gets a ground out, he walks a man, gets a fly out, gives up a hit, and gets the strikeout when he needs it. So Matt Crook did well. Matt Crook had a good outing there. And then in the 8th, bottom of the 8th, Clayton Beeter comes in. It's tied at 7, and the Nationals just sadly can't get the run back after Hunter Goodman hits a solo home run off of Clayton Beeter. You know, now that's 2 games in a row where Clayton Beeter has struggled a little bit. Caden's already here. He says, hello, Deanne. What's up, Caden? Thanks for tuning in, man. Caden already in the house. He was here yesterday as well. But, yeah, tough day for the Nationals yesterday. For Clayton Beeter, especially. Clayton Beeter struggled in his time. And now, how you doing today? I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great, ready for this rubber match. How you doing, Caden? Yeah, so rubber match right here. You got a good offense coming out because you're facing a righty. The Rockies are putting a righty on the mound, and this is a good lefty order. You got a lot of good lefties in this order. You got James Wood, who obviously is a monster. He hasn't found it yet second half just yet, hasn't gotten started. But, I mean, first couple games of this series, James Wood has been able to reach 4 times. And yesterday had a couple hits that time. Helps out the fantasy team if you have him in fantasy. Who do we play next? What's up, Streamer Kane? Thank you so much for tuning in. Streamer Kane here early. We go home and we play the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Nationals will take on the Diamondbacks for a 3-game series this weekend. They're going to be back home after a West Coast swing. And then they're going to take on the Toronto Blue Jays for a 3-game homestand as well. Yeah, so not a decently tough schedule. I'd say a tough schedule coming up. You got Arizona and Toronto, and then you take the road for Atlanta and Philly in a row. 8 games in a row on the road because you start that series on Thursday on the road. So, tough schedule coming up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there's really one thing I wanted to talk about in this little pregame, and because a lot of people have been talking about our bullpen, and our bullpen hasn't really been doing well of late. Caden says, I'm doing great, Deanne. Thanks. But our offense, it really stands out. And I want to look at a number here real quickly because we are 51-51, and a lot of people are not liking that we're 51-51. Sure, it's because of our bullpen, but let's look at a different number, specifically last season. On July 2nd last year, the Nationals beat the Reds 6-1. They were 17 games behind the Phillies for first place in the NL East, and they were 11.5 games out of the wild card spot. Those are the numbers for last year on this exact day 1 year ago. Let's look at that. 11 games out of the wild card and 17 out of first. This year, at 500, the Nationals find themselves 51-51. They're 8 games out of first, and they're also 4th in the NL East, where they were last time. But here, They're 1.5 games behind the wild card. That's 10 games better than last year. Standings last year, the Mets were still good, but the Braves were falling behind, and the Nationals were very behind in the wild card race. They were 41-60 this point last year. They're 51-51. That's 10 games of improvement with a terrible bullpen, with a significantly worse bullpen than last time. Last year, our bullpen was decent. We can say that half decent. That's the thing. They were kind of good. Here, the Washington Nationals have a terrible bullpen. That's getting better. That's the thing. You call up Eddie Yean. You have Matt Crook up here, who hasn't been bad. Tom Cosgrove still with a 0 ERA. Goodness there. There's some good stuff there. But on the other side, you also have a really good offense to go with it. So 10 games, 1 is because of the record. So can't wait to watch my Jays get swept by your Nats. So yeah, that would be really nice if they could take a sweep right there. I'm actually going to one of the games there. I'm going on Monday. Sitting third base side, so I'm going to be around some Blue Jays fans. So apparently Paul DeBoni said that he's optimistic as well. So there's a chance that Paul DeBoni doesn't sell at this deadline. He may think this is a chance that the Nationals could make the playoffs. And that'd be really nice if this team could sneak into the playoffs then. Here we go, everybody. We're going to get started here with the starting lineups in just a moment. Just getting it all set up right here. Cade Cavalli going to take the mound for the Nationals. Finally got some run support last time out, so really excited to see how he does today when it's Rockies. The Colorado Rockies are going to get run support. So let's see if they can get some run support. And on the other side, you got a rookie. You have Hughes, who only has a few starts at the big league level. Gabriel Hughes, who is 0-1 with a 3.14 ERA over 3 games. Only 2 of them started. 14 1/3 innings worked. Eric's here. What's up, Eric? Eric's saying hello. All right, everybody, let's get started with the starting lineups here, starting with the home team, the Colorado Rockies, who are 41-62. They're 23.5 games back out of the NL West. Leading off is going to be Jake McCarthy, the right fielder. Batting second is going to be Mickey Moniak, the left fielder. Batting third, the designated hitter, Hunter Goodman. Batting fourth is going to be TJ Rumfield. Batting fifth is going to be Cole Carrick. He's the center fielder. Rumfield's the first baseman, by the way. Batting sixth is going to be Kyle Karros, the third baseman. Batting seventh is the shortstop, Willie Castro. Batting eighth is going to be a new face. You haven't seen him just yet. That's going to be Edward Julian, spelled differently there. And batting ninth is going to be the catcher in today's game, and that's Brett Sullivan, the third different player to catch for the Rockies in only a 3-game series. And on the mound is going to be Gabriel Hughes. He is making just his third start in the big leagues and his 4th game of appearance. Once again for the Rockies, that's McCarthy, Moniak, Goodman, Rumfield, Carrick, Karros, Castro, Julian, Sullivan with Hughes on the mound. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals for manager Blake Butera. Leading off, the right fielder, number 29, James Wood. Batting second, the first baseman, number 2, Luis Garcia Jr. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 8, Jose Tena. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 5, CJ Abrams. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Dalen Lyle. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 20, Keibert Ruiz. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 84, Jorbit Vivas. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 26, Nasim Nunez. And on the mound for your Washington Nationals, number 24, Cade Cavalli. Let's get going, everybody, right here on District Nation. Charge! Field starting to fill up right here. Some fans filling up the ballpark. James Wood is getting on deck right here, getting ready to get his first AB. Garcia is going to be behind him. Rocky's about to run on the field. Who's your favorite player on the Nats? My favorite player right now is Jorbit Vivas right now. Probably my favorite player just because of his name. Just based on the name, not even the way he plays. I just like the way his name is said. So it looks like we got some results on a poll. Different thing to go tonight. We got some baseball movies for today's afternoon game. No one's voted Bad News Bears. Wow. Here we go. Hughes going to go out here and warm up. Gabriel Hughes getting warmed up for the Colorado Rockies right here. Righty going to sling it in there. Previous outing went 5 1/3 against Cincinnati. 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts in the outing. Had a great outing against the Dodgers. When he started the game, he went 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs with 7 strikeouts. Kind of a gem right there, especially against a team like the Dodgers. I mean, just such a good guy. Who's your favorite pitcher this season? Who's your favorite pitcher? I think my favorite pitcher this year, because of his numbers, is just Foster Griffin. I mean, all-star starter, just really, really good. All-star starting pitcher, not an all-star starter, but a really good pitcher. A guy who's in the all-star game. And bullpen, I mean, it's getting better. I mean, we're seeing the bandit, Matt Crook, get in there. 10-pitch Cosgrove getting ready to go. Eddie Yean called back up, so the bullpen's getting better. I know people won't believe me. The bullpen's looking better. And for me, who watches roughly 162 games of a season, it's getting better. Hughes is getting warmed up out there from the right side. Rockies wearing their home white uniforms, pinstripes, purple, black, and white trim. Rockies inscripted across the jersey. Nationals wearing their alternate blues. The one game in this series, I don't wear the jersey, but they're wearing the alternate blue jerseys, red and white trim with Nationals inscripted across in white. Let's get going right here. James Wood will face Gabriel Hughes right here. Stadium's starting to fill up a little bit. Not too many people behind the plate as we get ready to go. Some people filling up the stands. Even that dead center area doesn't have too many players there. So here we go. This game is about to get underway here. We're already a minute late as it's 3:11. Hughes work out of the wind here. First pitch here to James Wood. Here's the pitch to start the game. Wood fouls this one off, and we're underway here from Coors Field. 89 degrees is our first pitch temperature. First pitch was at 3:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be 0-1 here to James Wood, who's nearing that 30 home run mark, which is going to be really good. Hughes into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 to Wood. Wood takes a pitch low and inside, ball 1, so it will be a 1-1 count now. We could trade Abrams and get some really good bullpen guys. I don't want bullpen arms for Abrams. He has 24 home runs. I would love to have that guy in the starting lineup. The 1-1 to Wood is inside, ball 2. Couldn't clip the zone with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Hughes, so it will be a 2-1 count. Clint Vondrack's our umpire behind the plate. Adam Mamari's at first. Todd Tishner, the crew chief, at second. And Bruce Dreckman is our man at third base. Here comes the 2-1 to Wood. That's low and inside with a sweeper, so it'll be a 3-1 to James Wood now. Mine is Wood. Let's go. And he's up to the plate right here. Love when people say Wood. He's just a talented guy, James Wood. A gem to have up to the plate in that leadoff spot. I know people question why he's there, but he's good as a leadoff hitter because he draws walks. Here comes the 3-1 Hughes to Wood. Wood takes called strike 2 with an inside fastball. That did not look like a strike. Umpire says differently, so it will be a 3-2 count now. Vondrack with an interesting call right there, but we'll take it. Hughes going to go into the wind here. Here comes the 3-2 to Wood. Wood swinging a ground ball. This is to the second baseman. He fields cleanly. He'll fire over to the first baseman, Rumfield, in time for out number 1. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the first. Wood grounds out to get it going. Wood had actually, the past 2 games, reached base only once on Monday. He didn't actually reach all 3. You would have thought he would with the way he's been. As now, that'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. from the first baseman tonight from the left side. Good to see Louis playing more time at first, becoming a starting first baseman. The pitch to Garcia is in there. Called strike 1. I love CJ, but we need really good bullpen, so we got to trade for someone. Yeah, we cannot trade CJ Abrams. That's the thing, though. Abrams has been so good. We cannot trade CJ Abrams. Honestly, give up Curtis Mead before we go to Abrams. Hughes into the wind. Here comes the 0-1 to Garcia. Louis takes a fastball inside, ball 1. Dan's here. He says, "What up, district? What up, Dan?" So it'll be 1-1 here with 1 out. Top of the first here. Nothing game. 1 out. Garcia up to the plate. He's wearing sunglasses today. Here's the pitch to Garcia, and he fouls this one off. Let's go. Just found out you hit 700. Congrats, man. Thanks, Dan. Thank you so much. It'll be 1-2 here with 1 out. Garcia wearing some sunglasses up there, shading away from the sun. He doesn't usually go with that look. I'm really excited to see how Abrams does second half of this team because it looks like he may not go cold this year. That's what we've done in the past. Here comes the 1-2 to Garcia. Louis takes a slider inside, ball 2. Don't think Nat should trade Abrams. He's basically untouchable. Yeah, exactly. Our untouchables are anyone who's playing, well, I think our top 4 guys here besides Tenna, Wood, Garcia, Abrams, they're untouchable for now. Hughes into Wine here. Here comes the 2-2 to Louis. Garcia, check swing. Did he go? Yes! And that's out number 3. He does go after that one. Garcia doesn't think he went, but he does, so that's out number 2. Garcia down strikeout style. Hughes has his first strikeout of the afternoon, and that's out number 2. And then that's home team. Yes, the Nationals are the home team in today's game. Or, excuse me, they're not the home team. They're the away team. That's why they're hitting first. Excuse me right there. Usually, I think yesterday Dan was there to answer that question. Hughes into the wind here. First pitch to Jose Tena. And Tena swinging a foul off. Third base side of 1 count. A lot of sunglasses on for this game. A lot of people wearing sunglasses for this afternoon game in Colorado. The sun's flying high. For them, it's only 1:10, so normal time for them. Hughes will go into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 at Tena. Tena swinging a foul ball first base side. Kind of a slow swing on that 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Just kind of taps it foul. So it'll be an 0-2 count here. Hughes on the mound for the Rockies here, facing Tena. Tena in the 3-hole for the Nationals today. He was in the 3-hole as well last night. And 3 hitters ended up in his slot during the game. The 0-2 and Tena swinging a miss at a high fastball at 93 miles an hour. And Tena is down swinging for out number 3. That will end the inning. 1-2-3 style for Gabriel Hughes. So the Nationals go down a couple strikeouts. First time this series where they don't score in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Way to the bottom of the first, everybody. It's Nationals 0. Rockies coming up right here on District Nation. Here we go to the bottom of the first. Jake McCarthy, Mickey Moniak, and Hunter Goodman will hit for the Rockies in the bottom of the first inning. As we get ready right here, Cade Cavalli going to take them out. Had a good time last time out in the game. The good thing was he had a ton of run support last time he was out. He did not struggle at all because he had runs behind him. He worked 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts. So he ties his 3rd highest on the season with 9. Previously it was 10 and 13. But good. I'm really excited here to see Cade Cavalli come out. He got run support last time, I'd say, for that Friday game. Roughly 23 runs of run support. He got a ton of runs, so he didn't need to worry much about giving up runs when you get 23 runs behind you. So good job by Cavalli to do it well. They've been away for a few games now. Yep, that is how baseball works. You go on swings to different cities, and you have homestands as well. Yes, exactly. Their next game will be against the Diamondbacks. Thank you, Caden. But yeah, they go Diamondbacks at home, then the Blue Jays. But yeah, they usually go away for a couple series, sometimes even 3 at a time, but it's usually 2 or 3 home or away series-wise. So 6 games at home, 6 games on the road. It's 3 play. Kind of you spend 3 or 4 games in one city, then you travel to another. So here we go, bottom of the first. Jake McCarthy will come to the plate right here. So I'd say this is a pretty good road trip for the Nationals if they can take this series right here, because then if they don't, they're 500 on the year. But taking this right here would be 4-2 on the road trip, which would be really, really nice for the team right here as we go bottom of the first. So we go bottom 1 right here. Cade Cavalli, step back, wind up right here. First pitch to Jake McCarthy is going to be swung on, fouled back, so 1 count. Cade Cavalli has been just kind of a stud for this team right here, the Nationals. I mean, a strikeout guy, a guy putting away a lot of hitters, and he's leading not really a leader, but he's up there for a lot of stats. He's 10th in the league in the NL in strikeouts. One thing he's second in the league, though, is hit by pitches. Here comes the 0-1 from Cavalli. That's low ball 1, so it will be a 1-1 count. The Athletic series was just insane. Yeah, it was a very interesting series. 23 runs one night, then you get 15 against you again. Jake McCarthy up to the plate. He's been doing what he usually does in this series. It's a nice picture of what he's done. A lot of hits. Here comes the 1-1 from Cavalli. McCarthy slaps this one out towards left, and that one's going to fall foul ball. Wait, no, they calling this fair? McCarthy's going to cruise to second. We might get another look at this. That looked foul to me. Is it going to be foul? Yes, it will be. Are we getting a foul ball? Yeah, they're calling it foul, so to be a 1-2 count. Is that one is fouled off by McCarthy? I saw chalk. Yeah, they called a foul ball. McCarthy was rounding first thinking it was a double. If it isn't, that's probably is slapped for a double, but yeah, that was foul looking back on the replay. Just execute it. That's a nice strike from Cavalli. Now we can go to that sweeper right here. Go the sweeper away. Try to get him to chase after throwing 2 fastballs and a cutter. Go to the breaking ball. Maybe try to go backdoor him or go to the inside corner because this is a lefty and his sweeper tends to cut left to right. Or maybe he can go on the inside corner right here. It'll be a 1-2. Cavalli into the wind. Here comes the 1-2 to McCarthy. Swinging a ground ball. This is down the line and foul. So do 1-2 again. Here over to Garcia first. The National have so many high-scoring games. Yeah, that's the reason we have a lot of wins, Caden, is because we score a lot of runs and the other team can't hang with them because we are the league-leading offense, which is really great. And I love the fact that we can play so many games and put up 10 runs and win the game 10-4, 10-5, and it isn't a safe situation. It'll be a 1-2. Here's the pitch. Called! Strike 3 on the knuckleball. Cade Cavalli starting right back where he was against the Athletics with a strikeout. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Cade Cavalli flicks a knuckleball right in there. Getting McCarthy to look at it, and that's out number 1. So Cavalli gives McCarthy a chair right there. And there's one down here. That'll bring up Mickey Moniak now. Another lefty to face Cavalli. Cavalli, always a top prospect through this organization, finally got his first full season with us this year. The pitch is going to be swung on, grounded over to Nunez. He fields cleanly, and Smunez is going to show off his smooth glove right there and field that ground out for out number 2. Nice play by Nunez, the smooth Nunez. So 2 outs now. That'll bring up Hunter Goodman now, possibly the most dangerous hitter in this order right here. One of the most dangerous hitters. Cavalli going to bring you a fastball, a knuckle curve, a sinker sweeper. His 2 best are probably, his knuckle curve is probably his best pitch, the sweeper as well. But that knuckle curve, when it bites, and hitters can't hit it. Cavalli into the wind here. Here's the first pitch to Hunter Goodman. That's low ball 1, so it is a 1-0 count now. 1-0 here with 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, 0-0. Getting us started here from Colorado. I don't think I've ever watched a game here that was low scoring. Cavalli will step onto the rubber here. He's into the wind. Here comes the 1-0 to Goodman. And Goodman takes a knuckle curve low ball, too. Got a good bite on that one, a lot of break. Just couldn't get into the zone, and he didn't chase. So to be a 2-0 count now. 2-0 here with 2 outs. Cavalli on the mound right here. Cavalli looks in for his sign. He's got it. He'll go into his setback wind. Here comes the 2-0 to Goodman. Called. Strike 1 with a fastball, bottom part of the zone at 98 miles an hour. Cade Cavalli is going to go throw fast, and that is something he is very good at. Cade Cavalli will throw gas in there. I love that he can do that. He can mix it up. Knuckle curve to a fastball in 98, 99. Here comes the 2-1 to Goodman. And Goodman takes a knuckle curve way inside, ball 3, almost got him. Brushed him off the plate a little bit that time. So it'll be 3-1 here to Goodman. Goodman, an all-star starter this year, started at the catcher position. It'll be a 3-1. Here's the pitch from Cavalli. Inside, ball 4, and Cavalli walks him. So there goes the bid for the perfect game. After 2 hitters, Cavalli throws a walk in there. So Goodman is patient and takes a walk right there. So now only 1 runner on base. 1 runner on here with 2 outs, and that'll bring up TJ Rumfield right here. Hunter Goodman. Once again, when you're a 3 hitter, you're probably going to draw some walks, and you're probably going to be patient. And Hunter Goodman drawing just yet another walk. I mean, on the season, he has 34. So walk number 34 matches his total from last year's. Now a timeout's taken. Cavalli looks like umpire saying something to the catcher right here. Cavalli seems to not like it. Last 5 starts, though, for Cavalli. He has a 2.96 ERA, an 0.88 whip, 37 strikeouts over that time, and only 4 walks. They're hitting 200 against him on the clip. First pitch to Rumfield. Swinging a fly ball. This is into shallow left center. Ranging over is Lyle. He's under it, and Dale Lyle, looking into the sun, makes the catch for out number 3. Lyle, dangerous there, not wearing his sunglasses. Has him on the back of his hat, but he does make the play. So that's out number 3, inning over. No hits in the inning. A man left on a walk, so 1 man left on base, no runs. So we go. We are through 1, everybody. It's Colorado 0, National 0, as we head to the top of the second. Cade Cavalli has been good. That's the thing. Cade Cavalli is a dangerous pitcher, and I really like what he puts together. It's been really, really good as a guy. So here we go as we head to the top of the second. We go to the top of the second right here. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We just hit 700 subscribers yesterday, so maybe we can hit like 710 today, or maybe even 720, but 710 is kind of the primary goal right here as we head to top 2. And it will be CJ Abrams to lead it off, who's red hot. Abrams in his last 3 games has 4 home runs because he had 2 yesterday. So 2 home runs, and then a home run on Tuesday, and a home run on Monday. So the ball's flying for him as we go to the top of the second. It'll be Abrams, Cruz, and Lyle. CJ Abrams to lead it off for the Nationals in the top of the second. Cade Cavalli at his best is a great pitcher. Yeah, and we've never seen him. The great thing is, Cade, we rarely see this guy at his best. He hasn't hit his prime just yet. In the minor leagues, he was dominant, and with his stuff, when he gets his knuckle curve working and his sweeper, they're complementing each other. There's nothing Cade Cavalli can't do out there on the mound. He's such a good pitcher. He has potential to pitch the way Foster Griffin does with velocity. That's the thing I love about the two. They punch in 2 different ways, hard punches in 2 very different ways. Cade Cavalli going to throw you a 100-mile-an-hour fastball followed by curveball, and that's it, with maybe a cutter and a sweeper mixed in there. But Foster Griffin has 7 different pitches to work with. He won't touch 93, but he's 11-2 with a 2.68 ERA. Drafted out of high school in 2014. Just now paid off. Here's the first pitch to Abrams, and Abrams takes a pitch low, ball 1, so it will be a 1-0 count. Abrams has just been raking over his last few games, 3 for 8 in the series with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. Here comes the 1-0 to Abrams. Abrams swinging a ground ball foul, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Red hot 4-hitter right here as well. He's no longer a leadoff hitter as he used to be. He is no longer just a leadoff hitter. This guy is a genuine 4-hitter. He drives in runs, and I think Blake Buter was the only one who saw it. Here's the pitch to Abrams, and Abrams grounds this one up the middle. That's a base hit. He's 4 for 9 on the series and continues to rake. So Abrams with another single right there. Runner at first here with no one gone, and it is really good when you have a 4-hitter who can run like CJ Abrams. Hasn't run nearly as much as he did the past few years, but he still can swipe a bag every so often. Kind of see a new type of play from him here, playing for the Nationals now. Being asked to be a 4-hitter isn't going to run as much, but he hits for a whole lot of RBIs because he has the ducks on the pond usually. So he can try to drive in those runs. That'll bring up Dylan Cruz right here. Here's the pitch to DC, and Cruz takes a fastball outside, ball 1. Abrams this year has 15 stolen bases, 24 home runs, and 76 runs driven in. And he has a career high for home runs and RBIs this year at only game 100 of the season. Here comes the 1-0 to Cruz, and Cruz swings and hits this one. Out towards center, going out as second baseman. Coming in as the center fielder they're looking for, and no one makes the catch! Abrams is going to move up to second on the play. No one made the catch. Man, on a hot day like this where the sun is up in Colorado, that ball is probably going to hit the ground. It's not going into a glove. And Dylan Cruz just hits that one out to center. No way that one's going to be a hit probably in the evening. And no one makes the play. So a runner into second now. Abrams, and now Cruz is on first. So let's see if they give him a hit right there. Looks like they might give him a hit, at least ESPN so far. The sun is shining up in the air. So a dangerous day not to wear sunglasses. Looks like center fielder Carrig is wearing them, but I don't think second baseman Julian or shortstop Castro are wearing them. First pitch to Dalen Loud. He grounds this one to the second baseman. He goes to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So there's 1 out now. Dalen Lyle is going to ground into a fielder's choice right here. Hey, sir, fans, the Indians are showing signs of life. Yep, Major League 2. What's up, Eric? Thank you so much for tuning in right here. So, runners on first and third now for K-Barrett Ruiz right here. So, are they going to give Cruz a single? They are going to give Cruz a single, and then we're going to get a fielder's choice right there. So, Cruz given a hit. That'll help out the average just a little bit. Thank you, official scorekeeper, for giving him a knock right there. So, K-Barrett here will come up with 1 out with a chance to drive in Abrams. Hitting in the 7-hole today. The pitch to Ruiz is right in there, called strike 1 with a changeup. Cruz, lucky that he gives given the credit for the hit right there. Lyle gets a fielder's choice. He ran it out hard. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. So 1 out here and runners at first and third. Here comes the 0-1 to Ruiz, who has some serious pop in that bat. Here's the pitch. Ruiz grounds this one, fouled on the third base line. It'll be an 0-2 count. Got a decent piece on that one, but couldn't do anything with it. So it will be an 0-2 count now. Hughes up to 22 pitches right here. And I forgot to put Major League on this list. Oh my gosh. I forgot to put Major League on that list. I am sorry, everybody. I'll put that in. I forgot to put Major League in the poll. So it'll be 0-2 here. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Swinging a fly ball. This one is on the infield. The third baseman will make the catch for out number 2. Ruiz can't get it to the outfield, so that's out number 2. So there's 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Jorbit Vivas now, the last chance for the Nationals right here with 2 outs to try to get something going. I mean, not the best outcome there from Keibert Ruiz. Just flies out to the third baseman, Karros, right there. So there's 2 outs now. So I just put that in the chat. Major League was supposed to be in the poll. Coming set is Hughes. First pitch here to Jorbit Vivas is swinging a miss on an upstairs fastball. Probably shouldn't have swung at that one. That one's up kind of above his letters, more towards his neck, and he still swings at it height-wise. Now Vivas will take a timeout. Vivas getting the start here against the righty Hughes. Vivas, a lefty third baseman. A lefty really can play anything. Third, short, second, maybe even get in some action at first. Here comes the 0-1 to Vivas. Hughes sets, waits. Now he goes. Vivas swinging a ground ball. This is to the third baseman in shallow, but it's going to go foul. It's an 0-2 count. Vivas could have had an infield single there, but it does go foul, so it'll be 0-2 count. Vivas, a guy who had that clutch home run against the Phillies that went to waste, but that time there, not too clutch, but that home run, 3-run bomb, gives the Nats the lead, and in the end, the bullpen blows it again after blowing it one time before. Excuse me there, so 0-2 count here. Vivas up to the plate. He's hitting .239 on the season. He has 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. Previously, last year, he only had 1 home run in about 29 games with the Yankees. So, given a lot more opportunities this year, and he's taken advantage of it. He hit .161 through his first 2 games last year. Only 9 hits, 2 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 5 runs driven in that season. This year, the numbers are looking significantly better. Here comes the 0-2 to Vivas, and Hughes will go over to first, back in safely on a dive. Is Lyle. Abrams can't go anywhere at third. Probably trying to bait Abrams a little bit to maybe take home. Get into a rundown. But it'll be 0-2 here after that pickoff attempt. First disengagement by the pitcher, Hughes. Coming set's going to be Hughes at the belt. Here comes the 0-2 to Vivas. And that's upstairs, ball 1. Lyle's on the move. They'll throw over to third, but back in safely is Abrams. Abrams didn't go far enough to get picked off, so he didn't go far enough. He started towards home when he faked the throw, and then the catcher threw it down quickly over to the third baseman, Karros, who didn't even care to make a tag attempt. So it'll be Jorbit Vivas right here. I think he gave him a stolen base right here. We'll see. They probably just give him a DI because the throw went to the third baseman. Wow, they gave him a stolen base, at least ESPN. That's interesting. They gave Lyle the stolen base right there. So it'll be 1-2 here. Here's the pitch to Jorbit Vivas. Vivas check swing. Did he go? Yes, says third base umpire. Oh my gosh. That is a terrible call by the third base umpire right there. That is the worst call we've seen all road. Jorbit did not go for that one, but they are going to say he extended his bat a little bit, and the umpire got all excited and threw his fist out to ring up Vivas.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo! Yeah.
So you're going to say Vivas went, that will end the inning. Terrible call. That is a terrible call. Oh my gosh, that is just not a good call by the umpire right there. That is not a good call. He did not go. He did not go on that one. Not a good call. So here we go. Went to the bottom of the second. Terrible call by third base umpire Bruce Dreckman. He was behind the plate last night. Didn't have great calls either. So here we go. Bottom 2. Cade Cavalli will face Carrick, Karros, and Castro for the bottom of the second. Not a great call by the umpire right there. Umps have been bad all season, super inconsistent. Yeah, and I think we're seeing it, Caden, because ABS is starting to get to them. We're seeing how off they're being. So, I mean, that's baseball for you. They've been like that forever. We're just now seeing the fact that they're here. That's the thing. We're just now seeing the mess now because we're able to see them with technology. We're able to correct them. So we go ahead to the bottom of the second, everybody. Cade Cavalli heads back out there for a second inning of work. He'll start it off by facing Cole Carrick here in the bottom of the second. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you're listening to today, everybody, be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel just a little bit as we just hit 700 last night during Game 2 of this series. And tomorrow we'll be going on with some minor league baseball. We'll be tuning in. You can tune in for that. So we'll be doing minor league baseball probably tomorrow because there's no Nationals game. Then on Friday, we will be back for Nationals baseball at Nationals Park, which is going to be really great. So tune in on Friday for the Washington Nationals to come back home. So here we go, bottom of the second, 0-0. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Here we go, Cavalli into the wind here. First pitch to Cole Carrick is going to be way outside. Ball one with a knuckle curve. Nowhere close with that one.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Cavalli only at 13 pitches right here. He can be efficient with the pitch count right here. Get a quick inning. Could be very nice right here. Cavalli. We'll go step back, quick wind up here. Here comes the 1-0. Leg up. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Carrick swings right through a 97-mile-an-hour fastball right there. So it will be a 1-1 count. Now some fans storming into Coors Field, at least behind the plate. Second deck area starting to fill up a little bit. Second deck's a lot more than the first and third decks. So it'll be 1-1. Cavalli in his blue uniform goes into the wind. Here's the pitch to Carrick. And that's outside again with a cutter this time. Way out of the zone. So it will be a 2-1 now. 2-1 here, no one out. Bottom of the second. Cavalli goes to the pitch column right here to call his own pitch. So you're seeing more of the Nationals pitchers do that, especially Foster Griffin. He's the one who's been doing it most. Cavalli into the wind. The 2-1 to Carrick. That's low, ball 3 with a fastball, so it's a 3-1 count. That 98-mile-an-hour fastball couldn't hit the zone and was low, so to be a 3-1 count. Looks like you're seeing a lot of umbrellas here at Coors Field. Here's the 3-1 to Carrick. Called. Strike 2 with the cutter. Ball 4. Ball 8. And Vaughn has walked the bases on 12 straight pitches. Eric, you got to tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be wearing the Ricky Vaughn jersey tomorrow during the minor league game, 6:30 p.m. So tune in for that tomorrow because we're going to be quoting a lot of Major League while I'm wearing that jersey. Cavalli here. Goes into the wind. Here comes the 3-2 to Carrick. Swinging a fly ball. Out to left, going back is Lyle now. He's going to stop here. He's under it. And Dalen Lyle makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, everybody, tune in tomorrow. We're going to be quoting a lot of Major League during the minor league broadcast tomorrow, ironically, quoting Major League during a minor league game. But yeah, it's going to be Red Wings, Buffalo Bisons. So tune in for that. They played an afternoon game today. Otherwise, I probably would have called it after this game. But instead, we're on for this game, and we'll be back tomorrow with some minor league action. And we call minor league games when the Nationals are on West Coast swings or during the weekends when I'm off school. Cavalli into the wind here. Here comes the first pitch to Karros. That's going to be called. Strike 1 with a cutter at the bottom part of the zone, so it's an 0-1 count. And I put that poll in there especially because I know a lot of people are into baseball movies in here, as Kyle Karros now has an 0-1 on him. So throw down which is your favorite, and especially if it's Major League. Put it in the chat. The 0-1 is outside, ball 1 with a knuckle curve. So it will be a 1-1 count now. And everybody, by our next stream probably, we're also going to have the district board up and ready to go for Districts Nation members. Your name will be on stream during games, which is going to be really, really awesome. So to be 1-1 here with 1 out. Cavalli calls his own pitch right here and steps back onto the rubber. Cavalli into the wind here. Here comes the 1-1 to Kyle Karros. Here's the pitch. And that's outside, ball 2 the cutter. So to be a 2-1 count now to Karros, who's hitting .258, 9 home runs, 35 runs driven on the season. On the year, he has 18 doubles, 2 triples, 9 home runs. And he has 3 stolen bases on the year compared to his 0 last year. And that was only in 43 games. Here comes the 2-1 to Karros. And Caro swinging a line drive, left center field, ranging over is Lyle, and he can't get there. He'll have to field it off a hop, and then Lyle bobbles it. They're going to fire this one into second. The throw is not in time. Lyle bobbled the throw out in left center field, so let's see if they give him an air to get up to second. Lyle headed over towards left center to grab that one, and then he bobbles it. So now the first run of the game is at second now, as we're in a 0-0 game. They're trying to score first here. Lyle had it, and then it fell out of his glove, so he picked it up and then fired it towards second. At first, he didn't want to go, and then he hustles up, so looks like he's going to be given a double here, as here with one out. Karros gets credit for a double. Not a good play that time by Dalen Lau, who's been pretty surefire in the offense and defensive side of the ball this year. Coming sets Cavalli. First pitch here to Willie Castro. Here's the pitch, and Castro takes a fastball outside, ball one. So we'll be a 1-0 count now. 1-0 here with one out, bottom of the second inning. Cavalli could use some work right here. I mean, he's not going to be happy with Dalen Lyle if this ends up being because of Lyle's mishappen out in left center. The 1-0, swinging a miss on a knuckle curve. Wow. Castro swung at a terrible pitch that time. Cavalli goes to the great breaking ball. Once again, that knuckle curve is a weapon for Cade Cavalli. When it's working, it is working. That's the thing, too. Castro's had a pretty successful series so far on the weekday series. I mean, yesterday had a run, and then he had that 3-run double. Here's the 1-1, and Cavalli will turn around, take a look at second real quickly. He'll probably get a few boos around. You aren't missing anything today. Top 9, 9-2 down. Oh, wow. Cavalli sets. It'll be 1-1 to Castro. Here's the pitch to Castro. Swinging a fly ball foul, and it will be a 1-2 count now on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Yeah, Buffalo has a 9-2 lead. Really hoping they can bounce back. But on the bright side of things, the scoring, Brady House has a home run, and then Melik Mortiz grounded out. So it'll be 1-2 here with one out. Cavalli steps back onto the rubber. He comes set. It'd be 1-2 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul, third base side again on a 98-mile-an-hour sinker. So we'll do 1-2 again right here. What is YouTube featured? I have no idea, but I think that's pretty good. So thank you to YouTube for featuring me. Let's go. Getting thrown on. YouTube featured, at least for Dan. So it'll be 1-2 here. Coming set is going to be Cavalli. Hands held low. Right around the belt. Here comes the 1-2 to Castro. And that's upstairs, ball two with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He's patient, so it'd be a 2-2 count. It'd be nice for Cavalli to give this team a good 5 innings today, because then your bullpen isn't too blown as usual. They're not really, really tired today. They've had, at least some people have had some rest. Here comes the 2-2 to Castro. And that's in the dirt, ball 3 with a changeup, so it'd be a 3-2 count. Eddie Yeen actually came in relief for Cade Cavalli once, and Yeen had those 2 innings scoreless. So Eddie Yeen could have a good outing here. I mean, it'd be nice to go to Tom Cosgrove right here for an inning or two. Cosgrove has shown he can work a quick inning. 10 pitches, 2 innings. Tom Cosgrove is our best arm out there in the bullpen probably. Coming set to Cavalli. The 3-2 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul again. Good AB by Willie Castro right here against Cade Cavalli. He will not go down without a fight right here. So good work there. So do 3-2 again right here. Cavalli looks in for his sign. He comes set. It'll be a 3-2 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive right field, but that one is foul into the corner. So we'll do 3-2 again right here. Castro with a very good at-bat right here. Wow. This is a really good at-bat now. Wow, continuing to be 3-2 here. Cavalli up to 30 pitches on the game, and we're only in the second, so about 15 pitches an inning. I mean, that's where you want to be at the end of this inning if you're on pace for 5-6 innings of work. Coming set to Cavalli. It'll be a 3-2. He sets the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Cavalli makes a spectacular play, and they got the runner in a rundown here in second. Vivas throws it over to Abrams. Abrams fakes a throw, now throws it over to Cavalli, and Cavalli will tag him out for out number 2, and moving up to second on the play is Castro. What a play by Cade Cavalli. Behind the back play on a ground out up the middle. That was a ground out up the middle, and he makes the play behind his back. He throws it over to Vivas, so that is 5-6-1 on the put away. 5-6. 1-5-6-1 on the fielder's choice right there. So 1-5-6-1 for the entire thing. 1-5-6-1 puts him away. So that's out number 2. Julian is going to come to the plate now. Edouard Julien, spelled interestingly, though. He has an interesting way of spelling it. Edouard, so it may not be that. Here's the pitch to Julien. In there, called strike one with a knuckle curve, so to be an 0-1 count. This is Julien up to the plate, and it's spelled an interesting way. You got Edouard, Edouard Julien. Wearing number 6 this season. He's hitting at a .219 with 3 home runs, 20 runs driven in, and is limited only 82 games to pitch, and he fouls this one off on a cutter, so to be an 0-2 count. He's had 82 games of play, 219 at-bats. Good for him. Getting some decent playing time. Played for Canada during the World Baseball Classic. So be 0-2 here. Julien facing Cavalli right here. Cavalli steps back onto the rubber. He looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be 0-2 to Julien. Cavalli checks on the runner at second, and he goes. Called! Strike 3 on a fastball at 99 miles an hour. Call him Picasso because he just painted the zone right there. Cade Cavalli delivers a strikeout, his second looking on the afternoon. Cade Cavalli delivers with a strikeout. 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base, everybody. We're through 2. Nationals nothing, Colorado nothing right here on District Nation. This has got to be the first, even through 4 half innings and 2 full innings, that a game in Colorado is a low-scoring game. You never see it. I mean, 2 decent arms out here, Hughes versus Cavalli. It's not like it's 2 Cy Youngers out here in Colorado, and it's not like it's anything crazy right here, just enough to get the job done, I'd say. I mean, guys who are holding down offenses. So to be 9-1-2 for the Nationals, Smunez will hit, then it'll be Wood and Luis Garcia Jr. for the top of the 3rd as we get going in the top of the 3rd inning. Looks like Moneyball still winning in the poll. Rookie of the Year tied. Oh, looks like we're all tied now. Wow, we're all tied. Big Bud's here saying, hey, DN, what's Big Bud? What's up, Big Bud? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big Bud's been here many times. Here we go. Top 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. Looks like Buffalo did end up beating the Rochester Red Wings 9-2. Max Scherzer gets credit for the victory. I mean, Max Scherzer on a rehab assignment. He goes 5 innings, 7 strikeouts. Good outing by Max Scherzer. I mean, that's against AAA guys, but I think this means that he's going to be ready to pitch. His next outing would be in Toronto, would be in D.C. So that's the thing. He would be in D.C. So that could be my game that I see him pitch too. So here we go, everybody. I'm going to be going to Toronto Nationals on Monday. So we go top 3. But Max Scherzer, great outing. 5 hits, 7 strikeouts. Lowers his ERA to a 4.02 in AAA play. So we go top of the 3rd. Hey, 700 plus. Yep, up to 704. Really awesome. Now the goal to 1,000. Hughes back out here for a 3rd inning of work. He's at 27 pitches. That'll bring up Smunez here in the top of the 3rd. Nasim Nunez. Hughes into the wind. Here's the pitch to Nasim Nunez. First pitch is called. Strike 1 with a fastball upstairs. Should be an 0-1 count. Nunez hitting .250, 1 home run, 28 runs driven in. Into the wind here is Hughes. Here comes the 0-1 to Nunez. And that's inside ball 1 with a 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Oh, you're going to the Nationals game on Monday. Yep, I'm going to the Nationals game. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. The C's are popping in and out, listening but not chatting. Hey there, Mr. and Mrs. C. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. C. Here's the 1-1 to Nunez. Low ball 2 with a fastball. It's a 2-1 count. Yes, scoreless game so far. Pitching matchup here in Colorado. You never see that. You never see pitching matchups in Colorado, especially when the Nationals are playing. Here comes the 2-1 to Nunez. Nunez swinging a foul ball, and it'll be a 2-2 count now. He fouls that one off. So it will be a 2-2 count. 2-2 here with no one gone. Top of the 3rd. Hughes looking in for a sign here. Now he steps off as Nunez takes a timeout. Nunez steps back in from the left side, the switch hitter. Brought over to the Nationals in the Rule 5 draft. Started with him in 2024. Here's the 2-2 to Nunez. Nunez swinging a ground ball to the first baseman. He fields cleanly. That's Rumfield, and he takes it to the bag himself for out number 1. Nunez got a decent piece of that one, but just grounds out to Rumfield. So that's out number 1 in the inning. Top of the order coming up, and James Wood will come to the plate right here, as Hughes is up to 32 pitches now after Nunez works a decent AB right there. Sees 5 pitches. So James Wood going to come up to the plate now with a 1 away. Hughes into the windup. First pitch here to big James Wood. Wood takes a fastball outside at 92 miles an hour. So to be a 1-0 count now. Wood up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the first inning to lead off the game. Here comes the 1-0 to James Wood. Wood takes a changeup outside, ball 2. So it will be a 2-0 count now. Is that one can't clip? Wood, a guy who's going to draw a lot of walks. He's going to get on base, and one thing he does well is score. Something you don't talk about much, but that's really the prime way to win a baseball game is score runs, and James Wood does exactly that. Here's the 2-0, and Wood fouls this one off, and it'd be a 2-1 count, just barely got a piece of it. He has 94 runs this year, and last year, his run total was 87. And we're 100 games in, so he produced a lot more runs this year. Even if the season were to end today, he's produced a lot more. It'd be a 2-1. And one of the factors of being a leadoff hitter is you get the opportunity to score the 2-1. And Wood takes a fastball inside, ball 3, but looks like Sullivan's going to want to challenge this one right here. The catcher, Sullivan, going to tap his head for an ABS challenge. We'll get another look right here. The pitch is a ball. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball. They missed the challenge that time, and it will stay a 3-1 count. So the Colorado Rockies fail a challenge. So to be a 3-1 now to James Wood. Hughes going to go into the wind here. Here comes the 3-1 to James Wood. Wood swinging a line drive, caught by the third baseman, Karros, who was shifted more towards the shortstop position. That's out number 2. So there's 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. These boys got to get a run on the board. Just 1 or 2, get a run on the board, because this bullpen can't hold a 0-0 lead. They can barely hold an actual lead. I don't think this team would do well in a tie game. At least yesterday, they had a lead for a little while. Now Hughes, working with 2 away, will face Luis Garcia Jr. First pitch to Louis is in the dirt, ball 1 with a slider, so it will be a 1-0 count now. Garcia up to the plate. He's hitting .280 with 20 home runs, 68 runs driven in, season highs, and just about everything. He's been doing significantly better. Here's the 1-0 to Garcia. Swinging a ground ball, foul, and it will be a 1-1 count. Now all he has to do is steal the 20 bags to be in the 2020 club. The past few years, not too many Nats have found their way to 2020, which is honestly interesting. He has 4 stolen bases, so he's probably not going to get it. Slumping a little bit, hitting 182 over his last 7 with only 4 hits over his last 22 at-bats. The 1-1. Garcia takes a fastball, low, ball 2. Maybe that was a challengeable pitch. Looked like it may have been close, but they're not going to challenge it, as it will stay 2-1 count. No challenge from the catcher, Sullivan, after blowing one just last AB. Hughes into the wind. Here's the 2-1 to Garcia. Garcia swinging a ground ball, foul, and it will be a 2-2 count now. 2-2 here with 2 outs with Garcia up to the plate wearing sunglasses here. I mean, maybe the sunglasses, or maybe he doesn't need to. Maybe he'll take them off and he'll go yard. Hughes looks in for his sign here. He will go into the wind. Here comes the 2-2 to Garcia, and Garcia takes a fastball in the dirt, ball 3. So to be a 3-2 count. Garcia's just season high everything. Home runs, his best season up to this point was 18. He has 20 this year. RBIs, his best is 70 back in 2024. He has 68. So, getting a lot better. Here comes the 3-2 to Garcia. Louis swinging a ground ball. This is to the first baseman, but foul. So do 3-2 again right here. Before, he doesn't draw too many walks. He's actually probably drawn less walks. 27 exactly his last 3 seasons. Every year he's drawn 27. This year he's only drawn 15. Maybe he ends up drawing more. Last year he struck out 84 times. This year he's only struck out 54 times. Hitting .280. His best season up to this point was .276 in 2020 as well. So getting a lot better. Here's the 3-2 to Louis, and he slaps this one foul. So do 3-2 again right here. Just everything is looking good for Garcia, having a significantly better season. He was in all-star contention at the halfway point, I thought he could get in. So I thought there was a real chance. Hughes into the wind. Here comes the 3-2 to Garcia. Swing and a miss. He's out in front of a curveball. And that's a strikeout for Luis Garcia Jr. Third strikeout on the afternoon. Or excuse me, that's the fourth strikeout on the afternoon for Gabriel Hughes right there. So he gets a 1-2-3 inning. This Nationals offense has decided they're going to sleep in today. I mean, they haven't realized it's 1 p.m. They need to wake up. So here we go. We're to the bottom of the third. It's 0-0 right here on District Nation. So we go bottom third. A 1-2-3 inning is not what you want right there, especially when you don't have Foster on the mound. But even when we have our best pitchers on the mound, we can get run support. We can give it to Foster, but we can't get it to Meatball Michaelis. It'd be really nice for Zach Littell to have 23 runs of support. Then if he gives up 15 runs, they can still win the game. But we get it for the wrong people. As we go to the bottom of the third, it'll be Sullivan, McCarthy, and Moniak. For the bottom of the third inning, for the Rockies, they'll have 9, 1, and 2 up for the bottom of the third. So here we go, bottom three. Looks like the Red Sox just won another. They're up to 15 in a row now. Wow, that's an amazing stretch. I really don't want them to hit 20, though, because then that renders the Moneyball useless. That movie is useless if just more people win games, if just 20 becomes common. But now they're up to 15. They're going to have to win another one today, though. That's the problem. They're going to have to win another one today to keep this streak going, and that's hard to do, winning 2 in a day. I think this is the first doubleheader they're having on that stretch the entire time. As we go to the bottom of the third, Sullivan will lead it off for the Rockies in the bottom of the third inning right here. Sullivan will hit right here. That's Brett Sullivan coming up to the plate right here as Cavalli steps back out for his third inning of work right here. Cavalli ready to go here. Sullivan on the year, 4 home runs. He has a 220 average over only 127 at-bats. It's probably hard to get at-bats if there's 3 catchers on the roster. It's hard to carry 3 catchers to give them all PT. Goodman, you could probably say, is primarily a DH, though. He's had 2 DH slots this entire series. First pitch to Sullivan is going to be in there, called strike 1 with a 95-mile-an-hour cutter. So it'll be an 0-1 count. I believe that one was a cutter. They didn't say on the board. So it'll be 0-1 here, and looks like it was a cutter. The cutter really has similar movement to the fastball, just a little bit slower. Throws him off a little bit. Here comes the 0-1 to Sullivan. Swinging a fly ball to right center, or excuse me, left center, coming in as Lyle, and Dalen Lyle makes the catch for out number 1. So he makes the catch, and there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the third. So now, through the first 9, they go 1 for 8 with only 1 hit from Karros, and he was out, so later in the inning. So really no offensive production their first time through. So there's 1 out now. So we go 1 gone, top the order. Jake McCarthy will come to the plate. Cavalli put him away in strikeout fashion last time up. First pitch to McCarthy. It's going to be swung on and missed, and it's an 0-1 count. He swung right through a knuckle curve on the lone inside corner, so it's an 0-1 count now. Now McCarthy will take a timeout right here. He stepped way out of the box, now steps back in. Rarely do you see a guy on a timeout step that far out. Cavalli, hands held low. We'll go into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 to McCarthy. Swinging a ground ball. This is slapped towards Abrams, and he can't get it. He lays out, and it's into center field. Lyle will grab this one. McCarthy's headed for second, and the throw is away. Oh, my gosh. Dalen Lyle with another mishap gives McCarthy a double. He was out. He was clearly going to be out. He was trying to get a hustle double right there. If Lyle had made a nice throw, it would have been out number 2, but instead we got a runner on second here with 1 out. This team needs to wake up right here. Abrams first, he laid out. He tried to make a nice play, but Cruz is jogging towards the ball. And Lyle is sprinting and then tries to throw it, and Abrams just lays on the ground. Probably should have got up to cover the bag, or at least be a cutoff man. So now McCarthy has a double. So now 1 away, and that'll bring up Mickey Moniak right here. First pitch to Moniak is going to be outside, ball 1, so it's a 1-0 count. Man, just struggling, this entire team. Now on the defensive side, too, Cavalli's the only one who wants to be here, looks like. He's going to work. A couple strikeouts on the day, only 1 hit on the day as well, but now 2 hits after Abrams can't make that A good attempt by Abrams, that's the thing. Here comes the 1-0, and Cavalli will turn around, give a look to the runner at second and McCarthy, and he immediately gets another leadoff. Moniak up to the plate here, hitting .279. Coming set to Cavalli. Here comes the 1-0 to Moniak. Swinging a fly ball, hit out towards center, coming in his Cruz. He's under it, and he'll make the catch. That'll hold McCarthy at second base, so that's out number 2. And now Mickey Moniak is out. So there's a runner at second here with 2 outs now for Hunter Goodman. So they did give McCarthy a double on a ground ball to Dalen Lyle. You can't have a ground ball double. That's just, you don't see that. So now, runner at second here with 2 away. That'll bring up Hunter Goodman right here. Hunter Goodman, the most dangerous hitter in this order. Cavalli will have the chance to face him once again right here. Cavalli comes set. Here comes the pitch to Goodman, and Cavalli will turn around, give a look to McCarthy again. First disengagement. Good choice right there. Just check on him. Up to 40 pitches now for Cavalli. He comes set at the belt. First pitch here to Hunter Goodman. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And it's an 0-1 count. He can't hit that one. So to be an 0-1 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Goodman facing Cavalli. Cavalli looks in for his sign right here. He's got and he comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Hunter Goodman. Here's the pitch. That is called strike 2 on a fastball. Ruiz immediately went to tap his head because he thought it wasn't a strike, but they are going to get the call, so it'll be an 0-2 count now. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Do we get an ABS challenge right here? McCarthy didn't want it, so Ruiz tapped his head, and I think home plate umpire Vondrack thought that Goodman wanted a challenge, but that was very obviously in the zone right there. So, 0-2 here to Goodman with a runner at second here and 2 outs. Cavalli goes to the pitch column to call his own pitch. He comes set. Here comes the 0-2 to Goodman. Here's the pitch. And that's in the dirt, ball 1 with a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. So it will be a 1-2 count. 1-2 here with 2 outs at the bottom of the third. So 1-2 here. Hunter Goodman up to the plate, probably the most dangerous hitter on the Rockies roster. A lot of contact hitters. Not too much pop, but Hunter Goodman provides a lot of pop. It'll be a 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2 with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. 2-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, 0-0 game. I mean, you're in Coors Field. It cannot be hard to score a run, but at the same time, it's hard for both these teams right now. And the Rockies play here 81 games a year. Cavalli sets. Comes the 2-2 to Goodman. Swing and a miss at the low and outside. Knuckle curve. Cavalli gets Goodman to chase his knuckle curve right there. So that'll end the inning. 3 strikeouts for Cade Cavalli through 3 innings. What to the 4th? Still Nationals nothing, Rockies nothing right here on District Nation as we head to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Tenna, Abrams, and Cruz for the Nationals in the top of the 4th. Be nice if just Tenna could get something going, or Abrams, who's on a hot streak. So we go top 4, and Cruz will hit as well. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Abrams 1 for 1 as well. You know, I gotta bet at some point in their careers either Dylan Cruz or CJ Abrams will hit for the cycle. I know that's a very hot take, but at least one of them at some point will hit for the cycle at some point in their career. At some point. So at one point, it's going to be one of them, maybe both, but I think they both have the potential and the pop to hit for the cycle. I think it's very realistic to say that. So we go top of the 4th inning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel just a little bit. We are now at 700 subscribers, just trying to level up subscriber-wise. Had a very successful stream yesterday where we accumulated 75 likes. So if we beat that, we might need to do a giveaway here on this stream for those channel memberships. So here we go. Top of the 4th, more than a third of the way through this one. Still scoreless, and we're just about an hour of the way through the stream. So Top of the fourth, it'd be nice to get Jose Tena back. That's going to be really important. Not Jose Tena, CJ Abrams back up to the plate. A guy who is raking lately. Just let him get a nice pitch he likes and just swing away. Hack right here. Help the Nationals out. Coors Field brought in a good amount of fans for this afternoon game, though. Brought in a good amount of people. So we go top of the fourth inning. Jose Tena, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. There are a good amount of Nationals fans around the park, though. Nationals fans hiding in the very depths of Coors Field. First pitch to Tena, and he grounds this one foul, or Tena. So, 0-1 count. The thing is, it is not Tena. When people say his name, it is not Tena. It is Tena. Doesn't have that N sound. The emphasis on the EN. It's just Tena. Or 0-1 to Tena is called. Strike 2 with a fastball. So, 0-2 count now. Top of the fourth inning. Hughes at 47 pitches now will step off the rubber here as the clock was winding down, get his disengagement. Or excuse me, I think that's considered a timeout when there's no one on. 0-2, Hughes into the wind here. The 0-2 to Tena. And he takes a curveball in the dirt, ball 1, so it's a 1-2 count. The thing about it is, especially when this guy on the mound, he's not bad, a young arm, you got to work into his count. You got to get to the bullpen quickly. You got to put runs on him. Get to that bullpen quickly because this is not the best bullpen you'll ever see. Hughes into the wind here. Here comes the 1-2 to Tena. Swinging a ground ball foul. We'll do 1-2 again here. I don't see why you can't just swap Tena and Cruz in the order. Put Cruz in the 3-hole. That's the one thing Nationals have been struggling with is finding a guy for the 3-hole. The offense is great all besides the 3-hole. Hughes into the line. The 1-2 to Tena. Swinging a fly ball, foul, do 1-2 again as that's fouled back. You've had Tena there, you've had Chaparro there, you had Jacob Young there, you've had Dalen Lyle you tried it out with, Dylan Cruz, who did decently well in the 3-hole. I think Ruiz was there at one point. But Wood, Garcia, and Abrams have the 1-2 and 4. The 1-2, check swing foul, so do 1-2 again right here. That is something the Nationals, it'd be really nice for them to get, is just a 3-hitter, a guy with a lot of pop, because they usually repurpose players into non-3-hole hitters. Wood, probably a 3-hole hitter. Now he's a leadoff hitter. The 1-2 to Tena. Swinging a foul ball again. Good AB by Jose Tena right here. Jose Tena working a good AB. Not going to go down without any sort of fight right here. In the top of the fourth. 0-0 game. Ronnie Series says, hi everybody, gave you a like. What's up, Ronnie? Thank you so much for tuning in. See 1-2 here. Hughes looks in for his sign. He will now go into the line here. The 1-1 at Tena. And Tena fouls this one off again. He fouls this one third base side. Great at bat by Jose Tena. No matter what happens, he's working into Hughes' pitch count. We talked about that. You got to work into his count, and that's exactly what Jose Tena is going to do right here. Be a scrappy hitter. Hughes into the line here. It'll be another 1-2 to Tena. Here's the pitch. And he takes a slider outside, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. Good job there. Tena being extremely patient right here. Not going to swing at just anything. He's going to be patient. Hughes into the line here. Here's the 2-2 to Tena. He takes a pitch low and inside, ball 3. So he works it through a 3-2 count. What an AB by Jose Tena. Working it all the way back to 3-2. He's seen a lot of four-seamers, curveballs. He recently saw his first changeup over there on pitch 6 of the AB. Hughes into the line here. It'll be a 3-2 to Jose Tena. Here's the pitch. And Tena swinging on miss on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball inside. So the at-bat ends in a strikeout. So that's out number 1. But he did work in a Hughes pitch count a little bit. He didn't get anything out of it. At least he worked into his count. So that's out number 1. So there's one gone now. That'll bring up CJ Abrams here with a 1 away. 18 pitches in the third for Hughes. He's now at 11 here in the fourth, though. He had 14 in the first and 13 in the second. The pitch to Abrams is called. Strike 1. Wow. Dreckman is giving that inside corner. Looking at the replay, maybe it just barely clipped, but he is giving that inside corner. Anything on the inside is probably going to be a strike early on in this game, at least. Here's the pitch to Abrams. And Abrams called strike 2 on the, you guessed it, inside corner. So it'd be no 2 here. Abrams hitting .281 with 24 home runs, 76 runs driven in, with an .859 OPS, or .895. Here comes the 0-2 to Abrams, and it's upstairs, and he fouls this one off. Catcher set up high and in. He's tied for first in the NL in RBIs. He's 5th in the league in home runs, 5th in extra base hits. Slugging, he's 6th. He's 7th in WRC plus, where he's 140. So very high in WRC plus, which is a very good number just to measure hitters in general. The 0-2 to Abrams. Abrams swinging a ground ball down the left field line. That's a base hit. Left fielder Moniak will go grab that one. CJ Abrams with his second hit of the day. CJ Abrams continues to rake right here. So there's one out and a runner on first. Abrams getting it going here with a base knock. This is a part of the order that now in the second inning got something going. So now they'll go with one out. Abrams just slaps that one the other way. Has himself a knock here with one out. That'll bring up DC right here, who had that little bloop single where no one seemed to find it in the air and just kind of blopped between all three of them. Kind of dropped in the middle. Here comes the pitch to Dylan Cruz. And Cruz takes a fastball upstairs, ball one. Abrams and Cruz went back-to-back last Sunday in Sacramento at Sutter Health Park against the Athletics. They had back-to-back home runs. Hughes comes set. It'll be a 1-0 to Cruz. Here comes the pitch from Hughes. And Cruz takes a fastball in there, called strike one on the outside corner. So it'll be a 1-1 count now. Hughes steps onto the rubber here, facing DC3, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Coming set is going to be Hughes. It'll be a 1-1 to Cruz now. Here is the pitch, and he'll go back over first. Back in safely on a dive is Abrams. Cruz, the one thing I mentioned every time I watch him, the average is the one thing he's always struggled with. He's at 211. He seemed to find it in the minors, but now, over his last 7, he has a 136 clip going. Over his last 15, 167 over that time. Over his last 7, he has 1 home run, though. The 1-1 to Cruz is low and away ball 2 with a sweeper, so to be 2-1 count. Now the catcher, Sullivan, will take a timeout and put a new ball into play. As Abrams will get a lead from first now. On base percentage, though, Dylan Cruz has drawn 4 walks, which is a .321 on base percentage over his last 7. So, not like he's completely useless up there. And in the minor leagues, he had a grip on getting on base. It'd be a 2-1 to Cruz. Here's the pitch from Hughes. He delivers. And Cruz swings and fouls this one back. It'll be a 2-2 count. He had a .258 average this season at AAA Rochester. Last year hit .244. And with AA Harrisburg, he was hitting .274 before getting the call to AAA in 2024. In the minor leagues, his average is average. But, I mean, college numbers, he always was a gritty guy who got on base, and it showed off more when he was in the College World Series. So it'll be a 2-2 here. Coming set is Hughes. Here's the pitch to Dylan Cruz. Hughes sets. He'll go back over to first, back in without a dive. This time is Abrams. So he now is free to go. He's free to go if he wants now, because that's 2 disengagement now by Hughes. So to be a 2-2 here with 1 out. Coming set is going to be Hughes. Here comes the pitch to Cruz. And Cruz swings and slaps this one foul. So do 2-2 again. This is a long inning now. Working the schedule hard right here. Dylan Cruz had a decent average at LSU. I mean, .362 in his first season. He hit .426 over 71 games, though, in that last season he played. And even his first season, .362, .349 his second year of playing. Here comes the pitch to Cruz. That's in the dirt, ball 3. So to be a 3-2 count and up to second on the play is Abrams. Let's see if he gets a DI right here or a stolen base on that pitch in the dirt. Or they might go a wild pitch. He got a great jump, so they're going to give him a stolen base right here. Stolen base right here for CJ Abrams. So runner at second here with a 1 gone now for Dylan Cruz. Chance to drive in a run right here. Coming set's going to be Hughes. Here comes the 3-2 to Dylan Cruz. And Cruz slaps this one foul again. His last season at LSU, which would have been his junior year, 71 games, .426 average. He started every game, a 1.280 OPS. Just great numbers. Slugging was up to .713. That's not OPS, slugging. .567 on base. Once he figured it out, He was raking. Here comes the 3-2 to Cruz. And Cruz takes a fastball low and away, ball 4. Dylan Cruz draws a walk, so now there's 2 runners on with 1 out. That'll bring up Dalen Lyle. So now catcher will come out and visit as Dalen Lyle comes to the plate. But Dylan Cruz, if we can figure out that, sure, he's never going to be over 500 in the big leagues with on-base percentage through 71 games. But if you could figure out the way he was getting on base, it'd be nice. And he was only 6 of 6 in stolen base. It's not like he was swiping a ton of bags. So here we go. 1 out. His season high on hits in a game was in Sam Houston when he had 5 hits. Against a good team, though, he had a triple. Florida, 2 home runs against Ole Miss in a game, and that was 9 total bases in the game. That was his season record. So Cruz stands at first, Abrams at second. But really nice if Cruz could channel the way he played in college, which would be really, really nice because he played well in college. As here we go. Dalen Lyle will come to the plate right here. Dylan Cruz played well in college. If only he could channel that energy. So Dalen Lyle will come to the plate now. Dalen Lyle strutting up. He's hitting .246 with 11 home runs. 49 runs driven in this year. Now he's a chance. Ducks are on the pond right here for an RBI. Coming set of Hughes. Here's the first pitch to Dalen Lyle. Lyle takes a fastball inside, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-0 count. The pitch count's flying now. Hughes up to 69 pitches here in the 4th. He's struggling here in the 4th inning. Dalen Lyle, a graduate of Trinity High School in Louisville, Kentucky. Here comes the 1-0 to Dalen Lyle, and that is called strike 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count. He clips his own with that changeup. Lyle didn't like the call, and look at the replay. It was off the plate by almost an inch, so maybe Lyle should have challenged it. Would have been nice for him to challenge that, get it to a 2-0 count. So it'll be a 1-1 to Lyle. Here's the pitch from Hughes. He delivers. Lyle swinging a ground ball foul. It'll be a 1-2 count now. Dalen Lyle never got the opportunity to play college baseball. Drafted out of college. Round 2, picked 47 by the Nationals in 2021. Just now getting that shot up to the big leagues. So it'll be 1-2 here with 1 out. Hughes is really struggling now. Facing Dalen Lyle. Hughes comes set. Here comes the 1-2 to Lyle. He sets and awaits. Now the pitch. Lyle swinging a pop-up to center field. Under it is the center fielder, Carragher's going back. Now he makes the catch and runs in. That'll hold Abrams up at second, and Cruz will stay at first. So 2 outs now as Lyle flies out to center field. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Keibert Ruiz with runners at first and second here with 2 outs. Got to try to put the Nats on top right here. A chance for them right here with runners at first and second to get some runs. This is now 27 pitches in the inning. It has skyrocketed his pitch count in general. So I'll bring up Ruiz right here. They're working some good ABs now, the Nationals. Seeing a lot of pitches. See if Ruiz can get in on the fun or can just drive. First pitch to Ruiz is going to be high ball 1, but the catcher, Sullivan, wants a challenge right here, and it did look like it was a strike. So we'll get the ABS challenge right here. See if they're right here. Here's the pitch, and it is. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike. It clipped the top part of the zone, so that'll be overturned to a strike, and the Colorado Rockies just succeeded on a challenge. So it'll be 0-1 now, with 2 outs, overturned to an 0-1 count to face Ruiz. Keibert up to the plate here. Coming set's going to be Hughes. Here comes the 0-1 to Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Ruiz swinging a fly ball to right field. Going out as the second baseman, coming in as the right fielder, and it's the right fielder McCarthy to make the catch for out number 3, and that ends the inning. Once again, the Nationals can't get any runs here in Coors Field. We're to the bottom of the 4th. Nationals nothing, Rockies nothing. Still can't get anything to go. So you go 1 hit in the inning, 2 runners left on base. We're to the bottom of the 4th. Nationals nothing, Rockies nothing. Bottom of the 4th, we go. Still 0-0 to be Rumfield, Carrig, and Karros for the bottom of the 4th. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on District Nation. So we go top of the 5th inning, everybody. We are back, and here we go with the bottom of the 4th. Excuse me, it's not the top of the 5th. So we go top 5. Cade Cavalli's worked 3 innings. He only has 45 pitches right here. We'll check on some other scores around the league during this inning as Cavalli will go into the wind here and face TJ Rumfield. Here comes the first pitch to Rumfield. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Ruiz can't. Oh, wow. Did he call that a strike? Oh, wow. Did they really call that a strike? That looked like it was. Yeah, I guess they're going to call that a strike. It's an 0-1 count. Ruiz didn't hold on to it, but the home plate umpire, Vondrak, thought it's a strike, so it's an 0-1 count. Cavalli here will go into the wind. Here comes the 0-1 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 1 with a sinker. That time it can't clip, so to be a 1-1 count now. It's like we're all tied up in the poll. We're tied between Moneyball and Sandlot, so everybody throw your favorite baseball movie in there or vote for something else if you want to. Throw it in the chat. Cavalli into the wind here. Here comes the 1-1 to Rumfield, and that's going to be outside, ball 2. Sean's here said it's also hot. Yeah. I mean, hot weather, Nationals usually able to put up runs on the board. Usually they thrive in the heat, and they live out there. So 2-1 here with no one out. In the bottom of the 4th, Cavalli here will go into the wind. Here comes the 2-1 to Rumfield, the pitch, and that's going to be call. That's a ball, yes. Ruiz going to tap his head immediately after that is called a ball. So they're immediately going to challenge this one. That looked like it's a strike. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. It clipped the top part of the zone. That's fully in the zone. So the Washington Nationals succeed in a challenge. And a Keibert Ruiz for challenging that.
Thank you!
So there you go. 2-2 now as Cavalli's on the mound. A chance for a 2-2 here. Cavalli, Ruiz turns a ball into a strike right there. So it'll be 2-2 here. Cavalli. Step back wind. It'll be a 2-2 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Ball through with a cutter. So it will be a 3-2 count now. Let's go. We're just up to 705 subscribers. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. Cavalli up to 50 pitches now as he faces Rumfield. Cavalli yet is to have a 1-2-3 innings. Let runners on every single time. It'll be a 3-2 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, left field. That's down the line into the corner. Lyle will chase after this one. That's into the corner where there's a mud pile going on. Lyle will fire it into second. TJ Rumfield jogs in a second with a double. So the no 1-2-3 inning streak will continue here into the 4th as that's a double for TJ Rumfield here with no one gone. In the bottom of the 4th, he starts the inning off with a double. That's into a mud pile area down in the corner where Rumfield just cruised in a second. So there's a runner on second here with no one gone. That'll bring up Cole Carrick here. Cole Carrick to come to the plate as Cavalli just hit 51 pitches. Cole Carrick hitting 298. Coming sets Cavalli. First pitch to Carrick. He delivers. And Carrick takes a cutter just upstairs, ball 1. So it's a 1-0 count. Cannon's here, Major League better. All those others. Sandlot's the only answer out of those choices. Yeah, I forgot to put Major League, to be honest. I'm going to wear a Ricky Vaughn jersey tomorrow anywhere on stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cannon. It'll be a 1-0 here. Cavalli. The pitch is going to be called. Strike with a changeup. So it'll be a 1-1 count. I forgot to add Major League. I have it right here. You can kind of just like this comment or something. It was supposed to be in the poll. So it'll be 1-1 here with no one out. Bottom of the 4th. Cole Carrick up to the plate right here. Cavalli. Steps off as there's a timeout called right here by the hitter, and he steps back up to the plate. Let's go. We're up to 706 subscribers. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. Getting closer to the 710 mark. Cavalli sets. It'll be a 1-1 to Carrick. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul. It'll be a 1-2 count. Carrick didn't hit that cutter, and he's angry about it. So it will be a 1-2 count now. Nationals need to figure out how to get some runs and hold them down here. Rarely do you ever see a low-scoring game in Denver. You never see that. So to be a 1-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Carrick up to the plate here. Cavalli sets. Here's the 1-2 to Carrick. Swing and a miss at the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Cavalli strikes him out, and that's out number 1. Cavalli has strikeout number 4. Cavalli goes to the bread and the butter, the fastball. A nice hard fastball that time. Sets him down 98 miles an hour on the strikeout. So there's one gone here in the bottom of the fourth. Cavalli goes to what works right there. So there's one out now. Cavalli comes set. Here's the first pitch to Karros now. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be called. Strike one with a knuckle curve. Rarely do you get the called strike on the knuckle curve. Usually it's a chase pitch, but that time he clips the zone. So to be an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here with one out. Cavalli steps back onto the rubber. Here comes the 0-1 to Karros. Here's the pitch. And that's low and away, ball one with a cutter. So it will be a 1-1 count now. Back roads here saying afternoon all. Dang, Sandlot's pulling away. Oh, yeah, it really is. Sandlot's starting to pull away. I feel like that's just iconic. I'd say that's just iconic. I'm Expensive's here. What's up, I'm Expensive? So to be a 1-1, Cavalli sets. Here's the pitch to Karros. Swinging a fly ball, foul. We'll do 1-2 count now. He just fouls that one off. So it is a 1-2 count now. Cavalli working hard here. He's up to 58 pitches here in the fourth. I mean, 5 innings from Cavalli would be great right here. Just get the 5 innings of work. That's the perfect number. 5 innings here. That's the sweet spot. 5 innings, good work. And he already has 4 strikeouts, doing what he does best, K's up hitters. Coming sets Cavalli. It'll be a 1-2 to Karros. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, foul again. He fouls off that fastball. I'm assuming that's supposed to say, what's up, brother? What's up? I'm Expensive. Thank you so much for tuning in. So 1-2 here with one out. District, I'm going to be really generous with the eagle emoji. What's up, Sam? Thank you so much for tuning in. Throwing the Eagles in the chat. Thank you so much, Sam, for tuning in. Throwing a lot of ones in there. Let's go. It'll be a 1-2 from Cavalli. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, foul again. First base side. That's 2 foul balls in a row. 3 now in a row. Fouled off first base side. So Cavalli's trying to put him away right here. Just can't seem to find that one pitch that'll put him away. 1-2 here with one out in the bottom of the fourth. Cavalli goes to the rosin bag real quickly and will call his own pitch right here. He's got to get a good grip on the ball right here. Steps back onto the rubber. He comes set. It'll be a 1-2 to Karros. Here's the pitch. Called! Strike 3. Karros does not like the call. They're appealing on a swing. And we're going to get an ABS challenge right here. Looks like it was a ball. We'll get another look. And it is a ball. So the Rockies succeed on a challenge. Once again, these Rockies are good at ABSs. Ruiz did the right thing. He pointed to first to appeal a swing. Butera wants to appeal the swing. Butera's going to come out to the home plate umpire. He's being very intimidated by the umpire because Butera's like 5'6", so the umpire's towering over him right here. But they're appealing the swing. Yeah, are they saying he went? Butera really wants the appeal on the swing. He doesn't argue too much, but he did ask for the swing appeal. Rarely does he ever come out of the dugout right there. Yeah, if you're going to ring up Vivas earlier in the game, you have to ring up. You have to ring up Karros on that. That was the exact same swing. That is crazy. That is crazy they didn't ring up Karros right there. And it was ABS to a ball. Ruiz did the right thing, point for the swing, so it'll be a 2-2. Cavalli sets. Here's the pitch. That's low and away, ball 3, so it'll be a 3-2 count. They rung up Vivas earlier, but they can't ring up Karros. So it'll be a 3-2 count. Great poll, bro. Sandlot by far for me. All right. Willie Castro on deck now here. 3-2 count to Karros. You just got to get the out right here. Cavalli steps back onto the rubber. I mean, you can't ring up Vivas earlier in this game and then not give it to Karros right there. So it'll be a 3-2. Cavalli sets. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Karros. Called! Strike 3. And now Karros is going to be start the walk towards first, and he did challenge it, so we're getting another look. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ball. Yep, it's a ball. Can't clip the zone. So once again, the Rockies succeed a challenge, and this time it overturns the at-bat. Why can't we have hitters like this? So there's runners at first and second now with one gone for Willie Castro. Man, that was there. That was there. Major League versus Sandlot would be interesting. Yeah, I might need to start a new poll with Major League attitude. Is now time is called right here. Man, that was just two. Man, you can't. He went for that swing. You can't ring up Vivas and then not ring up. Von Drack is not a good umpire right here. Coming set's going to be Cavalli. Here's the pitch to Castro. And that's outside ball. And we're talking about all of the Bad News Bears movies, including remakes, or just the original one from the 70s. Just the original movie, Bad News Bears. Just the original one. Just the original one. No other ones, just the original movie. Cavalli looks in for his sign here. He comes set. Here comes the 1-0 to Castro. And that's outside ball to the cutter, so to be a 2-0 count. So 2-0 here with one out in the bottom of the fourth. It's a shame that it isn't runner at second here with 2 outs, but instead it's runners at first and second with 1 away. Coming sets Cavalli. Here comes the pitch to Castro. Swinging a ground ball foul to be a 2-1 count. 2-1 with the 1 out. You know, now they need to really get going that automatic swing technology because we need to be able to check this now. Ruiz checked it, and it was a ball, so you should be able to challenge that. They should be able to challenge that soon. I am really excited for that. So 2-1 here with the 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Coming sets Cavalli. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a knuckle curve in the dirt, and it's a 2-2 count. He swings right through that one, so to be a 2-2 count now. Cavalli could use a strikeout right here. The remake was bad. Classic was great, even though it was way before my time. Exactly. Very before our time. Because we can say R because, I mean, I'm kind of old. Have not hit the 2 old numbers yet. So it'd be 2-2. Cavalli sets. The 2-2 to Castro. Swing! And a miss at the knuckle curve. Low and out of the zone. Castro swings right through it. And that is going to be strikeout number 5 for Cavalli. So 2 outs now after a hit, a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. So Cavalli's just doing it himself now. He'll face Julian now, who struck out back in the second. Cavalli comes set. You'll notice with the strikeout count, when you rack them up, you also have the problem where your pitch count's going to be high. Here's first pitch from Cavalli to Julian. And that's going to be just high ball 1. But Ruiz wants a challenge. Wow, we're going to get a challenge right here. A lot of challenges in this inning, and most of them have been overturned. So we'll get a pitch right here. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. K-Bear Ruiz succeeds. K-Bear Ruiz got a challenge right. There you go, K-Bear.
Thank you.
Let's go. So 2 outs here. Let's go. Successful ABS. Coming sets Cavalli. It'll be an 0-1 to Julian. Here's the pitch. Called. Strike 2 the cutter, so it'll be no 2 count. Yeah, let's go, Nat. Strike out. Yeah, I'm not that old either. Yep. Not to know those names. Got 1, yep. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Cavalli facing Julian right here. Coming set is Cavalli. It'll be 0-2 to Julian. Here's the pitch from Cavalli. In the dirt, ball 1 gets away, Ruiz keeps it. Ruiz able to hold on, almost got away from him, but it'll be a 1-2 count now. So 1-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Goes to a pitch in the dirt, and that's low and in, so it'll be 1-2 here with 2 outs. Still a chance for the K right here. It'd be really nice to get the strikeout. So coming set here is going to be Cavalli. It'll be a 1-2 to Julian. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Foul. Oof. Got a decent piece of that one. Foul ball this time. So we will do 1-2 here with 2 outs. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, everybody.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
Just got to get it right here. It'd be really nice for Cavalli to grab a strikeout. Cavalli looks in for a sign. He comes set right here. It'll be 1-2 to Julian. Here's the pitch. Just inside ball 2. Ruiz is going to challenge it. Wow. Von Drack is missing a lot of calls here. Excuse me. He's missing a lot of calls. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Called strike 3, overturned. So, 6th strikeout for Cade Cavalli. He's struck out half a dozen, and that's out number 3 in the inning. So, now the manager has a problem with Vondrak, but there's so many overturned pitches in that inning. Umpire has a problem here with Rockies manager, but that'll end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, 2 runners left on base. We're through 4. We're scoreless here through 4 innings at Coors Field. 1 to the 5th is going to be Vivas, Nunez, and Wood for the Nationals in the 5th. More strikeouts being racked up. A lot of Ks up there for Cade Cavalli. Nice, says I'm expensive. Yeah, nice. Good job for Cade Cavalli, but man, a lot of ABS challenges being overturned. Clint Vondrak is not doing well. Yeah, racking up the strikeouts here. Just not good. This umpire is not great right now. He is missing a lot of calls. A lot is being overturned on ABSs. There had to be at least 5 or 6 overturned on ABSs that inning. This is crazy. That inning was long because of the ABSs. It's crazy. So here we go, top of the 5th inning. Jorbit Vivas will hit now. Top of the 5th. Vivas will hit against Hughes, working in the 5th inning. Now you got to wonder, can Cavalli get him through 5? It'd be really nice if he could. Just a lot of pitches were either challenged, overturned, everything right there. This umpire is not very consistent. You got to find your zone and stick to it, and your zone has to be the actual zone. Especially the MLB level and AAA as an umpire, you can't miss zones anymore. You got to be consistent. So here we go, top 5, everybody. Nationals need to get on the board right here. They need to figure something out right here. Get on the board as we head to the top of the 5th. Vivas, Nunez, and Wood will hit for the Nationals. Just get a run right here. Just get that lead. Give yourself some run support right here. It's hard to play a team like the Rockies in their own stadium, especially in their own stadium, in a scoreless game. I don't know how they're doing it. They haven't scored a run in one of the easiest stadiums to score runs in. So it looks like Cavalli got the strikeout. The ABS challenge. They're saying something about the ABS right here. Ruiz. They're saying that he didn't do the challenge enough. They're saying that the hitter, Julian, is saying he didn't challenge it quick enough. But that'll bring up Jorbit Vivas right here. Looks like the catcher, Sullivan, still getting ready to go here. He was on deck, or at least now he's out there. So we go top 5. 74 pitches for Hughes now. He'll face Jorbit Vivas. Will take a practice swing and now step back in. So we're ready here for the top of the 5th inning. Hughes into the line here. First pitch to Jorbit Vivas. First pitch, and he takes a fastball in there, called strike 1 at 91 miles an hour. So it'll be an 0-1 count. Vivas, 238, 3 home runs, 18 runs driven in. Hughes into the line here. Here comes the 0-1 to Vivas. Jorbit crushes one to right field. That one going back as the right fielder onto the track at the wall. And it's off the wall. It goes off of him. Vivas is rounding first, headed for second. He's going to round second, headed for third. The throw is going to be towards the first baseman. Jorbit Vivas with a triple. Jorbit delivers, and there's a runner at third here with no one gone. Jorbit crushed that one, stared at it. McCarthy went up, and it went off of him. Didn't even go off his glove. It went off of him. So that's a triple for Jorbit, who at first didn't like it. He hit it and started jogging, and then he started running around first. So he probably could have had an inside the park home run if he was hustling the entire time, but he does get a triple out of it. So it'll bring up Nunez now with a runner at third. Here's the pitch to Vivas. That's going to be in there, called strike 1, so it's an 0-1 count. Jorbit has a triple now. So Vivas stands at third. That's his first career triple. Infield playing in a little bit. Third baseman not quite on the grass, but everyone just about a step off. Comes the 0-1 to Nunez. Nunez swinging a ground ball. This is to the second baseman. He's just going to be able to go to first with it in time for out number 1, and Vivas will stay at first. So Vivas with the triple right there, but then Nunez grounds out on the inside pitch. He just pulls it right to the second baseman to flip it up to the first baseman. Run field covering for out number 1. So that'll bring up James Wood now with a 1 away. So Wood will hit here with a runner at third with the triple. Yes, Jorbit Vivas with a triple. Vivas. And looks like that we're up to 707. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. The pitch to Wood is in there, called strike 1 with a fastball. So we know 1 count. Just elevate to celebrate right here. Don't think anything crazy right here. Put the ball in the air right here. Put it far. Put it just in the air. It doesn't need to be a home run either. Just put the ball in the air and hit it far. Coming set's going to be Hughes. The 0-1 to Wood. Here's the pitch. Wood takes a change-up low ball 1, so to be a 1-1 count. Looks like Brennan Bernardino warming up in the bullpen. He has pitched in this series. He pitched in yesterday's game, 1 1/3 scoreless. After the starter, Lorenzen pitched, Bernardino was the first arm out of the pen. Here comes the 1-1 of Wood. Wood swinging a fly ball. Hit out towards left center. Going back to left fielder Carrick. That's Carrick, the center fielder. He makes the catch. Vivas is going to score. And the Nationals are going to take the lead 1-0. James Wood delivers with a sac fly to left center. Center fielder Carrick made the catch. There's 2 outs. But the Nationals have the lead 1-0 off the James Wood sacrifice fly to the deepest part of center field. That's all he needed to do right there. Elevate, and he got to celebrate. So it's now a 1-0 game, and Vivas scores on the sacrifice fly from James Wood. So it is now a 1-0 game. So I'll bring up now Louis to hit. Here's the pitch to Garcia, and he takes a pitch in there, called strike 1 with a fastball. All right, everybody.
A-T-S, Nats, woo!
So 0-1 here with 2 outs. Hughes into the wind here. Here comes the 0-1 to Garcia Jr. Garcia swinging a ground ball. This is to the third baseman. He fields. On the run, throws it to first in time to put away Garcia for out number 3. But the Nationals do get a run. It's now 1-0. James Wood with the sac fly. He's now got something done. He was 0 for 2 on the day. Gets a good thing going there. So that'll end the inning. A sac fly. So only 1 hit in the inning on the Vivas triple. 1 run, though. On 1 hit, no runners left on base. Went to the bottom of the 5th, everybody. It's now the Nationals 1, Rockies nothing. They hold a slim 1-0 lead. First, just offense really getting going, and it came off a Jorbeat Vivas triple out to right. Good job by Vivas. Attaboy Wood, yes. Wood comes up with a sac fly. So here we go, bottom of the 5th. Now you got to wonder who they're going to go to protect this lead. It'll be Sullivan, McCarthy, and Moniak to hit in the bottom of the 5th. Cavalli's probably ready to go back out for a 5th inning. Really getting some run support this time. At least he gets something. Something is always better than nothing, even if it's just 1 run. Some run support is better than none. So anything is better than 0. So good enough for me. Good enough that he gets some run support. So now Cavalli will head back out there. Sullivan, McCarthy, and Moniak for the bottom of the 5th. Sullivan is 0 for 1 on the day. Yay, Nats, says Mr. C. Yep. Nice to get a run right there. Nice to get a run on the board. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. and Mrs. C. Just getting runs on the board. And thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. C, for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, Avery and a Nation. Thank you so much. So, another subscriber up to 707, so just 3 away from 710. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. C. When you guys come, runs are scored. When the C's show up, runs are scored. So we go bottom 5. It'll be Sullivan to lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th. So it looks like Sandlot's really starting to pull away in the poll. Moneyball Rookie of the Year. Bad News Bears starting to get a couple votes. There you go. So we go bottom of the 5th inning. Sullivan will get this one going against Cavalli here in the bottom of the 5th. Only 3 hits for the Rockies, 4 for the Nationals. Really little to no offense in today's game. So Cavalli into the wind here. First pitch to Sullivan, and that's going to be swung on, grounded to the second baseman Nunez. He fields, fires to Garcia at first in time for out number 1. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Cavalli going to work quickly, 1 pitch and 1 out. So here you go. That'll bring up the top of the order now, and it's going to be Jake McCarthy. Jake McCarthy will come up to the plate right here. So far, only 22 fastballs and 23 knuckle curves from Cavalli in today's game. So Cavalli here will work out of the wind. First pitch to Jake McCarthy, and he's going to show bunt. It's upstairs, ball 1. So to be a 1-0 count now with 1 out. One 0 here with 1 out. Bottom 5. 1-0 game, Nationals Rockies. Nationals hold the 1-0 lead in Coors. Rarely in Coors Field is it ever a low-scoring game, but here it is. In the low part, only 1 run total. Cavalli into the wind here. It'll be a 1-1 to McCarthy, or 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This is to the first baseman, Garcia. He won't take it himself, has to hustle, but gets it over there for out number 2. So Cade Cavalli settling in, gets out number 2 now. 2 quick ground outs. Cavalli now, 4 2/3, 6 strikeouts. Had 3 strikeouts back in the 4th inning, so he's cruising now. A good 5-inning outing. He's 1 out away from being the pitcher of record here as the Nationals get him some run support here. Excuse me, I have to step off camera for a second. Excuse me, there's felt a cough going on. So Cavalli here will face Mickey Moniak now. Here's the pitch to Moniak, and that's going to be up and away ball 1 with a cutter. So it will be a 1-0 count now. So we'll go through some scores now. I've said we're going to go through them, but we haven't. So let's go through some scores around the league now. Nationals having a 1-0 lead. Just one. There's 15 other games going to happen today. Brewers beating the Mets 4-2 in the top of the 8th. Looks like the D-backs beating the Athletics 2-1. Now Ruiz will come out and pay a visit to Cavalli. In the bottom of the 4th, Reds beating the Mariners 2-1. Cardinals and Angels 0-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. At 6:40 p.m., the Twins will play the Guardians, and at 6:40 as well, Phillies will host the Dodgers. Pirates Yankees at 7:05, and at 7:07, Rays Blue Jays, and 7:10 Orioles Red Sox. At 7:15, we're going to have the Padres and the Braves. White Sox Rangers at 8:05, and at 8:10 on ESPN is going to be the Tigers and the Cubs. And at 8:10 as well, Marlins at the Astros. Some final scores: Pirates beat the Yankees 5-3 in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Red Sox beat the Orioles 6-3. The win streak's up to 15 for the Red Sox. Here comes the 1-0 to Moniak, and that's going to be swung on, fouled off, so to be a 1-1 count. The Royals beat the Giants 5-4 as well. So those are your finals around the league. So you go 1-1 here with 2 outs. Into the wind here. Here's the 1-1 from Moniak. Swinging a ground ball, foul. It'll be a 1-2 count now. 1-2 here with 2 outs. .79 pitches for Cavalli now. Cavalli steps back onto the rubber right here. He looks in for a sign right here. He'll work out of the wind. K-Birch's calling for it low right here. Here comes the 1-2 to Moniak. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to Garcia, and it takes a high hop. He'll flip it up to Cavalli, covering in time for out number 3, and that will end the inning. So that is a 3-1 put away. Garcia kind of had to leap to make that play. Cavalli gets it over in time. So 3 ground outs. Cade Cavalli induces 3 groundouts. He's now the pitcher of record. 5 innings scoreless for Cade Cavalli as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Nationals have a 1-0 lead. It'll be Tenna, Abrams, and Cruz in the top of the 6th. Let's get some runs right here. Let's get some more runs. Get runs on the board. Help out the team right here. Cavalli has given you a great outing today. 5 scoreless innings. What more can you ask for? I mean, realistically, what more can you actually ask for? Nothing really. So we go. Top 6. Tenna is 0-2 with a couple strikeouts. But if they're going to Bernardino right here, realistically, Andres Chaparro is probably going to pinch hit because Bernardino is from the left side. So if they do go to Bernardino right now, they're probably going to send up Chappie to hit. Andres Chaparro could probably get an AB right here if Bernardino is really going to come into the game. Looks like Hughes is still out there for now. MLB with no updates just yet. Maybe it is Hughes back out there for a 6th inning, or they go to Bernardino for the 6th. You never know, really. You never really know. As we go to the top of the 6th, everybody. 1-0 game. Nationals hold a lead by just 1 run. They've scored 1 run in Coors Field. Well, now you can realistically throw a guy like Cade Cavalli back out there for the 6th. Eddie Yean can go the 7th. Tom Cosgrove for the 8th. Maybe you get Tom Cosgrove 2 innings again. Maybe Cosgrove gives you 2 innings of work again. So no changes just yet. Looks like we might still have Hughes back out there for the 6th inning. Hughes will be back out there. So Hughes coming out for a 6th inning of work. So Jose Tenna will stay in the game right here. I've seen that when Tenna and Chaparro, the DH, they're very interchangeable. When a lefty comes in the game, you'll see Chaparro go in. When a righty comes in, you'll see Tenna go in. Hughes will go into the wind here. First pitch to Jose Tenna is going to be a way ball one with a sweeper, so it will be a 1-0 count now. Tenna's hitting .240 with 5 home runs and 20 runs driven in. Hughes will go into the wind here. Here comes the 1-0 to Tenna. Tenna takes a fastball in there, called strike one, bottom part of the zone, so it will be a 1-1 count now. Hughes up to 85 pitches now. 1-1 here with no one out, top of the 6th inning. Hughes will go into the wind here. Here's the 1-1 to Tenna. He'll show bunt and then take it away on a changeup low, so it's a 2-1 count now. It's a getaway day. The Nationals have an off day tomorrow. Then Friday night we'll take on the Diamondbacks at home. Hughes working here. This will be pitch 87. He'll go into the wind. Here comes the 2-1 at Tenna. He'll show bunt again, but that's low ball 3, so it is a 3-1 count. 3-1 here with no one out, top of the 6th. Now Abrams stands on deck. You got your best hitter standing right on deck right here, which would be really nice. The 3-1 at Tenna. Here's the pitch. Tenna swings and grounds this one through the hole in right field. Jose Tenna with a base hit. McCarthy will field and fire that one back in. Jose Tenna has a base hit. That's his first hit of the day, and that one's off of Tenna for a base hit. Tenna just rips it through the hole in the right. So Nationals have something brewing here with no one gone. They want to get a rally going right here. Get more runs on the board. Just get something going here. So runner at first here with no one out. Abrams, who's 2 for 2, will come to the plate. And it looks like Hughes' day is over. After facing Tenna, they really just wanted him to face Tenna. Brennan Bernardino will take over now. They probably knew that Tenna is very interchangeable for a guy like Chaparro, so they wanted Hughes to face him so you don't have to see Chaparro. So now Bernardino is going to come into the game here. And CJ Abrams will come to the plate. So no one out. Bernardino coming up to face CJ Abrams. Bernardino will come into the plate. We'll get some numbers on him in a second. But Brennan Bernardino is going to be the guy to come in for the Rockies. We saw him warming up during the 5th inning. Now he comes in here in the 6th after only one batter faced. A 2.81 ERA, possibly one of the best ERAs for the Rockies. Over 48 games this season. That's also one of the best ERAs of his career. He's just gotten to the point where he's having the best numbers of his career at age 34. A guy who was in the big leagues the past few years. Got the first call with Seattle, then had Boston for 3 years, and now back with Colorado, where he's worked 41 2/3. He's given up 39 hits, 18 runs, only 13 of them earned. So, runner at first here, no one gone. Hughes ends up working 5 full innings. He ends up only giving up he gives up 4 hits in the game. He gives up 4 hits, now 5 hit actually. So 5 hits in the game for Hughes, as he gave up only multiple hits in an inning once, and that was in the 2nd inning, and he didn't give up giving up any runs that inning either. So good outing for him there. And that was an inning where he left 2 runners on base, so he stranded them. So 5 innings worked, 5 hits, only 1 run so far, but his run total isn't finalized just yet. He put away 5 hitters on the strikeout and didn't walk too many guys. So Bernardino is going to take over here after some work by Hughes, where he only walked 1 guy. He only has 1 earned run so far, but Tenna is his run right here. So Bernardino will take over right here. Bernardino comes set. Here comes the first pitch to Abrams, and Abrams swinging a miss, flailing at an outside pitch there. He goes after a cutter, so it's an 0-1 count. Abrams up to the plate here. He's 2 for 2 on the day. They wanted this matchup right here. Bernardino against Abrams, and Bernardino will go over to first. Is he out? We'll check again. Looks like he's safe, though. Good pickoff move by Bernardino, but he couldn't get him. First baseman kind of toppled over, trying to tag him. Good move that time, but they did not get him. So to be a 0-1 here to Abrams. Rumfield holding on. Tenna, the pitch, and Abrams swinging a foul ball to be no 2 count. I'm going to Saturday or Sunday's game, Nats game. Not sure which one yet. Oh, that's awesome. I am not going to any Nationals game this weekend, but I am going to the Phillies game this Saturday. I'm headed up to Citizens Bank Park, Phillies, Yankees. I'm going to the Saturday game. Excited. I get to see Schlittler pitch against the Phillies. A good matchup. Bernardino comes to here, go over to first. Back. Oh, and he's out. He's out. Tena's out. He's picked off. Buterra's going to hold play here for a second, but he's probably not going to challenge. Is he? We'll check. He's holding for a while, but Tena's coming off the field here. I don't think we're going to have a challenge. So, Bernardino with a nice pickoff move that time. At first, he called him safe, and then he calls him out. You never see that. So, Bernardino with a quick pickoff move there, and he picks off the runner. So, you pick him off there. So, 1-3 on the pickoff. So, there's one out now for CJ. No runners on. Here's the 0-2. Abrams swinging a miss on a curveball, and that's out number 2. So, Abrams goes down swinging, and there's 2 outs now. Let's go. We're up to 708 subscribers. Now only 2 away from 710. And that's Abrams, who's hitting 250 against lefties this year and 291 against righties. So, not hitting terrible against lefties. There's a reason he's still in the order when they pitch against the Nationals. He still gets to hit, even though he's a lefty hitter. So, that'll bring up DC right here with 2 outs. Tails just subscribed. Thank you so much, Tails, for subscribing. Coming set to Bernardino. The pitch to Cruz is going to be in there. Called. Strike 1 with a sinker. So it's an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Nationals winning 1-0 here in Colorado. Bernardino comes sets. Here's the 0-1 to Cruz. Cruz way out in front of a curveball. It's an 0-2 count. Bernardino is really dominating the Nationals now. Quickly 0-2 on Cruz. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Cruz up to the plate. Facing Bernardino, who's only at 5 pitches. He's gotten 5 strikes. Coming set is Bernardino. The 0-2 to Cruz. And that's outside, ball 1 with a curveball. It's 78, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. Bernardino, a sidearm lefty. He has a sidearm angle. Not fully over the top. Dangerous hitter. Dangerous pitcher. And a dangerous hitter up to the plate with Dylan Cruz. Here's the 1-2 to Cruz. Cruz swinging a foul ball. We'll do 1-2 again right here. 1-2 here with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Nationals winning 1-0. Dylan Cruz up to the plate. A guy, as we talked about in college, was getting on base a lot. He's got to find that here at the big league level, and he will be a very successful player. The 1-2, and Cruz takes a changeup outside, ball 2. So it will be a 2-2 count now. 2-2 here with 2 outs with Cruz up to the plate. He's since closed off his stance. He used to have a much more significantly open stance, especially when he first got to the bigs. Here's the 2-2, and Cruz grounds this one down the third baseline and foul. Especially his first time in the big leagues, he was having a very open stance. One of his first games, too, one of his first home runs was off of Carlos Rodon. It was a tank. Has anyone ever seen the hotel built in a Blue Jay Stadium? You can watch your game from your room. I have seen that. It is a really cool hotel. Here comes the 2-2 to Cruz. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-2 again here. That's a really interesting concept for a hotel. Just to watch a game from a hotel room. So it'd be 2-2 here with 2 outs. I would definitely do that. If I had the money and the means, I would definitely go to a game. I'm Expensive says, I respect a pitcher with a great pickoff move. Yeah, you got to respect it. Here's the 2-2 to Cruz. And Cruz swinging a miss on a curveball. Bernardino has 2 strikeouts in a row after coming into the game. So the Nationals can't get any runs that time. They get a hit. No runners left on base after the pickoff move. So we're to the bottom of the 6th, everybody. 1-0 as we go, bottom 6. But let's go Nats, yeah. So now they got to hold this lead right here. Bottom of the 6th, it'll be Goodman, Rumfield, and Carrig. Let's see if Cavalli heads back out there for a 6th inning of work. It'd be really nice for him to head back out there. Get us an extra inning. So we go bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals have a 1-0 lead. Just 1 run here at Coors Field. You almost never see it, only 1 run at Coors Field. You'd think they'd score a lot of runs by this point. It wouldn't be a shootout, but that's exactly what it is right here. So Bernardino ends up working a full inning of work because he picks him off. So he ends up getting credit for a full inning, but here we go. You'd want to see a lot more runs here in this game, but that's not what we're going to get right here. So here we go. Top of the 6th. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This is the 3rd game of a 3-game series. We'll be back tomorrow with some minor league baseball action. So you can tune in for that right here on District Nation. And we'll be doing our series preview for this weekend. That'll be recorded and posted before the series on Friday. You can hear my hot takes, storylines, everything you need to watch this series. I'll bring you everything you need to know coming up to the series. Anything you need to know and everything can be found on that series before the game. That is really what I'm hoping the channel will be, is mostly those, which is probably the best thing we do. It's for every series, so anyone can tune in for every series. I think we've only missed one series this year of Nationals baseball. Every other series has had a pregame show. 18 videos in that folder. So you go check them all out. I've given hot takes on every team I've covered. I've been able to give some takes, tell what I think about their team. As here we go. Cade Cavalli will come out for a 6th inning of work. But yeah, I have seen a lot of things. I've watched a lot of baseball this year and a lot of Nationals baseball, so I've been able to give hot takes during those pregame shows and a lot of numbers and data. Cavalli will work a 6th inning. First pitch here is going to be Hunter Goodman, and he slaps this one out to right field. That's a base hit towards James Wood. He's going to grab it quickly. Hunter Goodman with a base knock. He's now 1 for 2 on the day. So Hunter Goodman doing all-star type of stuff with that base hit to right. Now there's a runner on first here with no one gone. Now you got to start thinking bullpen's up. I don't see an arm out there just yet. Cavalli's at 81 pitches. Getting us through 6 would be amazing right here. And with 6 strikeouts, which he already has. So, coming set to Cavalli, it'll be TJ Rumfield now. Here's the pitch to Rumfield from Cavalli, the pitch. And Rumfield slaps this one out to left. Lyle is going back, though, and Dalen Lau makes the catch for out number 1. So, a fly out by TJ Rumfield gets the first out for Cade Cavalli. So there's 1 out now, and that'll bring up Carrig now with 1 out. And Cole Carrig will come to the plate. One out here. Just a couple batters away and a couple outs away from working 6 innings. Cade Cavalli has worked around that throughout a few times this year where he's been at that number. But it'd be really nice for him to do it right here at Coors, especially in a low-scoring game. Thing is, it is a shame Cade Cavalli has not gotten run support much this season at all. They just can't seem to help him out. It'd be really nice if we could get some run support right here. Cavalli sets. First pitch here to Carrig. He delivers, and Carrig takes a fastball called strike 1, bottom part of the zone. So it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 here. With a 1 away. The most Cade Cavalli's worked in a game is 7 innings. He worked it a couple times this year. The better outing is now Cavalli will go over to first. Back in safely is going to be the runner Goodman. His best outing was probably at Boston, where he went 7 innings, scoreless, 13 strikeouts. That's probably his best outing. His last 7-inning outing was 4 hits, 2 runs against New York, and that was at home. He had 9 strikeouts in that game as well. Coming sets Cavalli. The 0-1 to Carrig. Here's the pitch from Cavalli. Swing and a miss. He's out in front of the breaking ball, so Carrig can't hit that one. 7-0-2 count. And Cavalli's been up to about 100 pitches this year. His highest was 100 on the Boston game, where he went 7 innings. So that's the longest he's went all year. It'll be 0-2 here with 1 out. Coming sets Cavalli. It'll be 0-2 to Carrig. Here's the pitch from Cavalli. Upstairs, ball 1. Can't get the call, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. Can't get the call that time, so it'll be 1-2 here with 1 out. Cavalli facing Carrig right here. 85 pitches for Cavalli right here. A nice quick out right here and then get out Karros quickly. He could work into the 7th inning. Coming sets Cavalli. The 1-2. And that's outside, ball 2 with a changeup. Cavalli was given the opening day start. He did not do well, though, against Chicago. He ends up working 3 2/3 only. 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He didn't give up a home run, though. He pitched 75 pitches, though. They were still limiting him on pitch count. His worst outing this year was probably against Pittsburgh, when he only went 1 1/3. And the starting Cavalli will go back over to first. Back in safely is Goodman as Garcia drops the ball. So that's the second disengagement by Cavalli now. In the month of July, though, he's been better. He had a 4.40 ERA this month, where he's worked 14 1/3 innings. He's only given up 8 earned runs. His best month on ERA was in May, when he had a 3.41. The 2-2 from Cavalli. Swing and a miss. Cavalli sets down Carrig, who Carrig's the one to let out a yell that time. Strikeout number 7 for Cavalli, and that's the second time he's struck out Carrig on the afternoon. Carrig yells as soon as he swings and misses through that one. So that's out number 2 now. So there's 2 outs now. Carrick let out a yell after striking out. So to bring up Karros here with 2 down. A chance for Cavalli to get it done right here. Here's the pitch to Karros, swinging a foul ball to be an 0-1 count. This can't be a long outing, though, against Kyle Karros. You want to get this out quickly. Then you can send him out for the 7th inning, at least get us started. Get us some outs. Cavalli's only pitched 100 pitches once this year. I don't think he pitched probably 100 pitches much last year. We only had about 1 outing. So 1 out here, 2 outs here, and a runner at first. Cummings sets Cavalli. The 0-1. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to right, ranging over is Wood, the right fielder, but this one will go out of play into the stand, so it'll be no 2 count. I've always wanted to take in a game at Fenway. I think that'd be cool. Lots of history. Yeah, there's obviously a lot of history there. I have been there for a tour. I have never been there for a game. I visited there once. It was really cool. I've been in Boston a lot. It was a city my family and I went to a lot recently. We haven't gone in a little while, but yeah, really nice city. Really nice ballpark, too. I stayed at a hotel that the visiting players actually stay at. I've never seen a player, but I've stayed at the hotel that they stay at. It'll be 0-2. Here's the pitch from Cavalli. Called! Strike 3 on the cutter on the outside corner. Strikeout number 8 for Cade Cavalli. He has 8 strikeouts on the day. He has worked 6 innings scoreless. We are through 6, everybody. It is a 1-0 game. 6 innings of work, 8 strikeouts. No runs. 1 hit, 1 man left on base in the inning. So we will head to the top of the 7th, everybody. It is a 1-0 game. Wow. Low scoring, but a lot of pitching. So here we go, top 7. Lyle, Ruiz, and Vivas will hit in the top of the 7th inning. Some decent hitters will come up. Vivas had that triple back in the 5th inning, so he can do anything right here. He can get on base, get a knock right here. So top of the 7th inning, everybody. Lyle will lead it off for the Nationals in the top of the 7th. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in tonight. We will also, or today, it's an afternoon game, that we will be singing the 7th inning stretch song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, in just a moment here. During the 7th inning stretch, let's hope it takes a little while, though. It'd be really nice for it to take a while, because it means we put runs on the board here in the top of the 7th. That'd be even nicer than a 7th inning stretch. So here we go, top 7, everybody. Nationals just got to hold this lead or put runs on the board. Either one. Either one works for me. Whatever you want to give us, Nationals, we will take it. Whether that is runs, weather, whatever it is, just help us out here. So here we go. Top 7. Lyle will hit, then it's going to be Ruiz, then it's going to be Vivas in the top of the 7th. So we go top of the 7th right here. Let's see how Bernardino does, or if they send out a different pitcher. See if it's a new arm right here to face Dalen Lyle, or they just stick with Bernardino right here, who came into the 6th, did pretty well. Let's see if he continues to pitch right here. Bernardino, the lefty, who's already pitched 2 days in a row now, so I wonder if they will send him back out there. So here's the first pitch here, Dalen Lyle, and it will be a new pitcher. Here's the first pitch to Dalen Lyle. That's outside, ball 1. This is actually Herget, who gave up a run last game. Herget gave up a run on Tuesday night. Gave the Nationals the tying run here. He's a right-handed arm, so he'll take over after Bernardino's good inning of work. So Herget into the line, the 1-0 to Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls this one off. It's a 1-1 count. Herget gave up a run in his outing yesterday. So Herget will take over right here. This is going to be Jimmy Herget. Jimmy Herget to pitch here, facing Dalen Lyle. He has an ERA of 4.39 on the year, 0-3 record. Here's the 1-1 to Lyle. Lyle takes a changeup outside, ball 2, so it is a 2-1 count now. Nice, that's awesome, yeah. Mr. Canadian Turkey's here. What's up, Mr. Canadian Turkey? Says hi, District. What's up? So you go. So it'll be a 2-1 to Lyle. Here's the pitch. Lyle takes a pitch outside, ball 3, so it is a 3-1 count now. 3-1 here with no one gone, top of the 7th. 1-0 game here. It'd be a 3-1. Herget into the wind. The pitch to Lyle. Lyle takes a pitch away, ball 4. So Herget gives up a walk to get his outing going. There's a runner on first here with no one away in the top of the 7th. Dalen Lyle takes a walk to get his day going here late in the game. Just get some offense going. He got on a fielder's choice. I mean, drawing a walk sometimes is a way to get out of a slump. So Hughes is the one who gets credit for that run back in the 5th inning. Bernardino ends up getting 2 strikeouts over a full inning. No hits, no runs, no walks. Only really 2 batters faced, though. So Herget will face K-Bart Ruiz right here. Herget here comes set. Here's the first pitch to K-Bart Ruiz. Ruiz swings and grounds this one back to the pitcher. He'll go to first with it really quickly, and that's out number 1. Herget practically runs it to the first baseman, and then he flips it up last second. Good play by Herget to flip it up to run field. On the move on the play was Lyle, so he easily gets to second. Breaks up the chance of a double play. So that's out number 1. There's a runner at second here. Looks like Sinbin Stream with the redirect. Thank you so much, Sinbin, for that redirect. Thank you so much, Sinbin. That was really nice of you. Sinbin Stream coming through with the redirect. So welcome everybody coming over from Sinbin. I am District Nation. This is YouTube's home of DC Sports. Broadcasts are brought to you by Watch It Fly Media here. DC Sports right here. Nationals, Wizards, Commanders. You can find it all right here. So hit that subscribe button. Sinbin redirect. Let's go. Thank you so much, Sinbin. Thanks for that redirect. So everyone, throw it in the poll what you think your favorite baseball movie is. Coming set's going to be Herget. Here's the pitch to Vivas, and that's way upstairs, ball 1, so it's a 1-0 count. Yep, let's go. 709 subscribers, just gained a subscriber. We're up to 709, yeah. Sam coming over here from Sinbin. There's a 1-0 here with 1 out. Herget comes set at the belt. It'll be a 1-0 to Vivas. Here's the pitch. Jorbeat takes a sinker way outside, ball 2, so it's a 2-0 count.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
2-0 here with 1 out. Runner at second. Let's go. We're up to 710. Thank you so much to all these new subscribers. Hopefully you're coming over from Sinbin, so thank you so much for subscribing. Herget looks in for his sign here. He's got it, and he comes set. Here comes the 2-0 to Vivas. And that's inside and high, ball 3. I prefer Major League, Sandlot, second favorite. What's up, Sinbin? Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, Sinbin, I forgot to put Major League on the board as we're now up to 711 subscribers. And up to 712, so I didn't get to savor the moment long enough of us being at 711, but we're up to 712. Yeah, I meant to put Major League on the poll. Here's the 3-0 to Vivas, and that's away, ball 4. So Vivas is going to take a walk here on 4 pitches. So we'll bring up Nasim Nunez, and now there's runners at first and second for him. I meant to put Major League on there. 7th inning, 1-0 in a Rockies-Nats game is a rare finding gold. Yeah. Really, that is the truth. Come on, you just used that clipping. You didn't put Major League up there? Yeah, I just forgot Sinbin. And Sinbin, here you go. Just got to... Sinbin, yeah, I just forgot, man. I forgot. I am sorry. I just forgot. It's the movie where the kid plays for the Chicago Cubs with John Candy. That's Rookie of the Year. So that'll bring up Nasim Nunez to the plate here in the top of the 7th. That's Rookie of the Year. Yep, it's Rookie of the Year. Yeah. I just forgot, but I used the sound effect. So, but don't worry, I am going to be wearing a Ricky Vaughn jersey tomorrow when I call a minor league game. So, I'll be wearing that. So, Nasim Nunez will hit here with runners at first and second and 1 out. Nasim Nunez has not been powerful at all. The OPS is as low as it can be. But he's a decent glove. He's a fast runner and a league leader in stolen bases. So, whatever works for him. So, 1 out here, top 7. Tails is here. Just found out you do regular Nat streams. You will keep this sub. I love baseball commentary. Thank you so much. The pitch to Nunez is upstairs, ball 1. Thank you so much, Tails, for subscribing. I always miss catching Major League when it's on TV, but I always see Major League 2. Yeah, Major League 2 is also free on YouTube. So Nunez here, 1-0 here with the 1 out in the top of the 7th. He throws his sunglasses away, and James Wood has to go grab them. He throws them away towards Wood, who hands them off to a bat boy. So 1-0 here with 1 out. Bat boy gets a pat on the back from Butera. That's always good. Here's the 1-0 to Nunez, and that's right in there. Called strike 1 with a slider. Nice. A Vaughn jersey? Yep, a Ricky Vaughn jersey. Wild thing. Yeah, maybe I should wear glasses on the stream. I can wear my glasses that I used when I'm at school and such. I can put those on and wear them for a day. So it'll be 1-1. Here's the pitch to Nunez. And Nunez swinging a ground ball. This is through the hole to left field. Hit softly. Rounding third, headed for home is Lyle. And the left fielder, Moniak misses it. It goes past him. They're going to advance up to second and third, and Vivas scores! Yes, Jor beat Vivas. Grounds it to left. He has a single, and Mickey Moniak missed it. It went past him, and Vivas scored from first on the play. It's a 3-0 game. That was a soft ground ball to the opposite field, not hit too hard at all. Just blooped through the hole, past the third baseman who's playing in. Moniak comes and just completely misses it. Moniak misses it, and Vivas hustled. So Vivas, on the ground ball, was hustling. Lyle easily scored, and then scoring even better was Vivas, scoring from first. Looks like we got a lot of members here coming in, but now pitch is in there for a strike to James Wood. Let's see what the official scoring is there. So they're going to say it's on an air, so a single with an air. Good job by Nasim Nunez. RBI single, only one RBI, I believe, though. Here's the pitch to Wood, and that's low, ball one. So we'll get to the messages in a second, everybody. I'll get to the chat messages in a second. We got to figure out what just happened there. How many RBIs does he get credit for? I did, however, watch it on YouTube for the free original one. Yep. It's like Major League 2. Even 3. Yeah, even 3. The pitch is outside, ball 2 with a slider. Even Major League 3 is good. Mr. C in the car listening to DN. Go Nats. Thank you so much, Mr. C, for tuning in. Mr. C listening in the car. And we just got a run as he comes in. Yes, glasses. PS with the redirect and delay with the redirect. Thank you so much. Here's the 2-1 to Wood. Here's the pitch. And Wood swinging a line drive to right. That's going to be caught by the right fielder. What a catch. That might be a fly ball. Nunez is not able to advance, though. So we're probably going to call that a fly. That one was hit hard by Wood, but the right fielder, McCarthy, jumps up and makes a nice catch. So they're going to give Nunez a single, 1 RBI, and then Vivas able to score on the air. So Nunez gets to second on the air as well. E7 is what scores Vivas. So we'll see how many of these are earned in a second, but it is now the Nationals 3, Rockies nothing. As soon as everybody comes in, we get high scoring now. 2 out, here's the pitch to Garcia, and it's outside, ball 1. Everyone's saying hi to the doc. Nick's here. What's up, Nick? Thanks for tuning in. We're up to 7:15. Nick for the subscribing. Thank you so much. And Fernie for subscribing. You call a great game. Thank you so much. That may not be for me, but here's the pitch, and that's upstairs, ball 2. And Nunez got a good secondary. No redirect. Oh, there's no redirect for me. Sorry. So, 2 outs here. Top of the 7th. Cummins sets Herget. Here comes the 1-1 to Louie. And that's low, ball 2, so to be a 2-1 count. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in. We got Sam in here. We got Mr. Canadian Turkey. I am expensive hanging out. Of course, Mr. C is listening. Perk is also here. What's up, Perk? He says, let's go, Nats. Thank you so much for tuning in, Perk. Sorry I didn't get your message earlier. The 2-1 from Louie. Here's the pitch. Garcia with a drive. Deep right center field. Going back to the center fielder, Carrig. And that one is gone into the bullpen. Watch it fly. Luis Garcia Jr. 2-run home run. RBI number 69, I believe, and 70. So Garcia continues to rake. It's now 5-0. Louie continues to drive the ball out of here. It is RBI 69 and 70. Home run number 21, and it's a 5-0 game. And the Washington Nationals add on a couple more right here. Garcia sends it out of here, and it's a 5-0 game. Louie delivers to right center, showing off a little pop in the bat. So it's a 5-0 game now. Watch it fly, Luis Garcia Jr. It's a 5-0 game. Mr. C throwing in the emojis there. Alias says, let's go Nationals. Stoney's here. What's up, Stoney? 5-0 game here. So now Agnos is going to come into the game. The day for Herget is over. He blows yet another game. And this one is blown wide open by the Nationals. It's a 5-0 game. Watch it fly, Luis Garcia Jr. So now we can really catch up right here as we're going to get a pitching change right here. 2/3 worked by Herget in the end. He gives up 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. He has 2 hits in the inning, one of them being a home run, though. So tough for him. 2 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. He ends up walking 2 guys, no strikeouts, and gives up the home run right there. So Agnos will now come into the game here to try to bail him out a little bit, but it's no longer a save situation. Become a member, and you too can use the watch it fly emoji. Yep, you can if you join. Run him off the mound, baby. Yes. Nats. Oh, yeah, we got 4 to do, everybody. Everybody, even if you're not a Nats fan, you can join in. The chant is N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So it is a 5-0 game, everybody. We got our chance in right there. We set the Nats energy. Sorry I'm late, District. The Mets game just got over. We just lost. Oof. Oh, sorry for the Mets, but Nationals over here brought the energy. Let's go. We got tons of people in here. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Man, I so want both the Nationals and Pirates in the playoffs. It would make it so much more exciting. Yeah, 2 miracle teams, and they've just been making noise. I forgot the woo. Yes. Got to throw the woo in there. So Jose Tena will hit here against Agnos, a righty who's going to take over after Herget. It's a 5-0 game. So the Nationals take over mode now. Here's the pitch to Tena, and that's up and away, ball 1. Let's go. Dr. DeLay joining Districts Nation. He just became a sponsor. Watch it fly, Dr. DeLay. He gets his personal call right there. So he gets to join in to District Nation. Thank you so much, Dr. DeLay. The pitch, swing and a miss on a lone inside corner, and it's a 1-2 count. Thank you so much, Dr. DeLay, for joining Districts Nation right there, helping out the channel just a little bit more. He now gets to use the emojis, and he joins the best fan base the nation's capital has to offer. The 1-2, lined into right field. That's a base hit. Jose Tena is going to keep the rally going right here with a base knock. So this team just continues to rake now. Jose Tena keeps it going. So runner on first here with 2 away. Jose Tena keeping the line moving. So that'll now bring up CJ Abrams, who's red hot. Let's go. We're up to 7-17. So Zach Agnos up to the plate. Yep, the watch it fly emoji. Thank you so much, Dr. DeLay. The pitch to Abrams. Swinging a foul ball to be an 0-1 count. He check swung at that one, so it's an 0-1 count. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. You're really helping out the channel right here. Thank you so much, everybody. Coming set is Agnos. Here comes the 0-1 at Abrams. Here's the pitch. Abrams swinging a line drive. Foul down the first base side this time. Let's go. We're up to 718 subscribers. But 0-2 here with 2 outs now. The Nationals add on 4 in the inning. Trying to add on more here with 2 outs. That'd be nice. I see 14-2 Nats way. Yeah, let's just keep this lead for now. Let's keep the lead for now. That's all I care about here. 0-2. Now time taking. Agnos will pick over to first, actually. No timeout. Just picks over. Let's go. We got plenty of people in the chat. We're up to 39 likes on the stream. Let's go. Finish up my 4-leg parlay. Yeah. Loving people coming here about the parlays. I mean, I understand it. It'll be an 0-2. Here's the pitch to Abrams. And that's lone inside, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-2 count. So it'll be 1-2 here with 2 outs. Here we go. Agnos comes set at the belt. Here comes a 1-2 to Abrams. Here's the pitch. Abrams takes a sweeper in the dirt, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. But thank you so much, Dr. DeLay, for joining up. Special shout out to Dr. DeLay for joining Districts Nation. Watch it fly, Dr. DeLay. He gets his special watch it fly call. 2-2 here with 2 outs. In the top of the 7th, the Nationals add on 4. So people are saying it was a gem to get a low-scoring game for this team, but it isn't now. And Abrams lines this one into center field. That's a base hit. Rounding second, headed for third is Tena. The throw is going to be towards the shortstop. CJ Abrams keeps the line moving with his 3rd hit of the day. Wow, this line just keeps moving now. And the 9th hitter of the inning will come to the plate. And his name is Dylan Cruz. So the Nationals could bat around right about now. But the Nationals showing off their big talent. Yeah, they added the woo. We are not normal. That's the thing, Nationals fans. The best fan base the nation's capital happens to offer because we have winners, especially our chant. So runners at first and third here with 2 outs. That'll bring up Dylan Cruz. Perk here saying, oh, wow, yep. Pitch to Cruz, and he takes a sweeper called strike 1 on the lone outside corner. So it will be an 0-1 count. They get the call that time. Cruz hitting .209 this season. Average just keeps falling a little bit, but I would love to see him play the way he did in college, just getting on base. Coming set's going to be Agnos. The 0-1 to Cruz. Swinging a line drive. Base hit into center field. Past the shortstop. Tena will score. Abrams is going to head up to third on the play. Now the throw gets away. It goes to past the catcher. Throw home, not in time. Now the pitcher has it, and Cruz is at second. Oh my gosh. And now Cruz moves up to third. There was no one covering third. Cruz moves up to third on the play. Oh my gosh, the Nationals bat around, and the runs just keep coming. It's now the Nationals 7, and the Rockies nothing. Cruz, a low line drive for a single. So he hits a single. Let's start with that. Tena scores. The throw moves Abrams up to third, and he scores on an air. So I wonder who they're going to call it on. Cruz somehow ends up on third on the play. I don't know how that happens, but Cruz ended up on third on the play. It's now 7-0. The pitch to Lyle now is inside. Paul wanted to be a 1-0 count, but even more runs are being added. It is a 7-0 game now. Chaotic right here. The Nationals chaos. Speaking of bad news bears, a.k.a. the Rockies, the pitch to Lyle's inside, ball 2. So to be a 2-0 count. Abrams came home, and the throw was away from Abrams, and he kind of spiked Abrams. And then Cruz rounded first hard. Then he runs to second. Then he moves up to third. So he just jogs up to second. Then he can go up to third. Here's the pitch, and Lyle swings through a fastball. It's a 2-1 count. So they're going to call it on the center fielder Carrig, so it's an E8. I wonder how many runs of these are earned, but it's now 7-0 game, everybody. Oof, the Rockies living up to their reputation there. Here's the 2-1 to Lyle. Swinging a ground ball, but the first baseman makes the play this time. He will take it to the bag himself in time for out number 3. So that'll end the inning, but the Nationals bring chaos in the 7th inning. 6 runs on the board. I'm actually going to see how many of these are earned because I'm really baffled on how many of these are earned. Let's check, but Cavalli could be ready to go back out there for a 7th inning. So only 4 of them are earned. So only 4 runs are earned. Man. You get 6 hits in the inning as well, or 5 hits in the inning, 2 errors, and a run left on, and a runner left on. But 6 on the board. It's now the Nationals 7, Colorado nothing. I love it. Lol. I feel I must do this again. Yes, with the laughing emojis. Woo. No mound visit, yeah. All right, guys, time for the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back in just a moment, but for now, sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game as a group. Here we go, everybody, to the bottom of the 2nd, and Eddie Yeen's going to take over for the Washington Nationals. Eddie Yeen going to take over right here. Here we go, everybody. So Eddie Yeen going to take over. 1 game this season, 2 innings worked. He has a 0 ERA after Cade Cavalli with a gem of an outing. So Eddie Yeen will take over here. First pitch to Willie Castro from the righty. Yeen is called. Strike 1. Top part of the zone with a sinker. Up to 718 subscribers. Let's go. What browser using, DN? Might avoid pop-ups better with Brave. I think I just use Chrome. Coming set is Yeen. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. It's an 0-2 count. Yes, sir. Now he's got me on my parlay. Red Sox on a heater hit, and now I just need Atlanta and the Natty's money line. Eddie the Eagle taking over. Eddie Yeen. Eddie the Eagle. Yeen comes set. Here comes the 0-2 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swing and a broken bat, shot up the middle, but Abrams makes the play, fires to first in time for out number 1. So Eddie Yean gets the first out. He sees Eddie the Eagle taking over right here. I scream saying that, but out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. The Nationals hold a 7-0 lead after that chaotic top of the 7th. They get a ton of runs. So 1 out here. And now bring up Julian, the second baseman. Cavalli ends up giving up 4 hits, no runs, and 8 strikeouts. He was locked on the mound. Coming set to Yean. Here's the pitch to Julian. Swinging a ground ball. This is to the second baseman, Nunez. He makes a great play. Fires to first in time for out number 2. I don't think the pop-up ads are going to be flagged until he gets ad revenue. Yeah, I do not get the ad revenue just yet. So 2 outs now. Now bring up Sullivan now. 2 outs here. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Coming set is Yean. Here's the pitch to Sullivan. In there, called strike 1. So 0-1 here with 2 outs. So Yean sets. Here comes the pitch to Sullivan. Swinging a fly ball. This one is to shallow center, going at his Nunez and Abrams, but Abrams is under it on the infield now, and Abrams makes the catch for out number 3, and that will end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Eddie Yean. The Rockies continue to struggle. It's a 7-0 game. So let's see if the Nationals bullpen can hold this right here. Another scoreless inning worked by Eddie Yean. Gets it done. Eddie the Eagle does it very well. So here we go to the top of the 8th, everybody. Nationals hold a 7-0 lead. Thank you so much, everybody who has tuned in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. No, on the browser that he's showing on the screen. He's brave to avoid pop-up ads. So I just use ESPN. But here you go, everybody. Top of the 8th. I mean, it's through OBS. So top of the 8th inning. We got over 100 people in here right now. Thank you so much, everybody. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're up to 40 likes on the stream. Let's see if we can get up to 50 today. 50 likes. We hit 75 yesterday. So we go top of the 8th. It'll be Ruiz, Vivas, and Nunez for the top of the 8th, who now have a combined 3 runs. Really, that chaotic inning brought a lot of runs for these boys. So here we go. Top of the 8th. I mean, this is just going to be a game where we look back and now see that 1/6 inning, and a lot of chaoticness is going to, hopefully, if we can hold this, give the Nationals a second series win in a row and give them a good road trip now, trying to finish 4-2. This would be really nice if the Nationals can hold this right here. And Eddie Yean can give us a couple innings now. You can use probably Cosgrove for the 9th, or maybe even go to an up 10, down 10 guy. Right now, you don't really have one. All your bullpen arms are getting a lot of work here, because all of them are kind of the same skill set. There's not one good one, not really one bad one. They're all kind of the same to me. I bet you could go to the Bandit already pitched 2 days in a row. Crook was used on Monday and Tuesday. Cosgrove was used on Monday. You're probably going to get another inning out of Yean. So maybe you could go. We have little to not too many arms. We don't have too many bullpen arms right now. We don't have too many long men either. So you could possibly go 2 for the 9th. You could go to Cornelio pitched on Friday. Kranick, possibly go to Kranick for the 9th. So here we go, top of the 8th. It'll be K. Barrett Ruiz right here, who's 0 for 3 on the day. So K. Barrett will take over right here. Vivas still on deck here, and it looks like it's going to be Agnos to pitch here still. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. First pitcher, Ruiz lines this one down the right field line. That's fair. So missed by the right fielder, McCarthy. Ruiz is going to have extra bases right here. He will cruise into second base. K. Barrett Ruiz gets the inning going with a double. K. Barrett Ruiz with a double makes it a runner on second here with no one out. Let's go. So K. Barrett Ruiz with a double right here. Let's go right there.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
So now coming up to the plate is Joe Beat, who already has the hardest part of the cycle, a triple. So if he wants to go after it, he might as well go after it right here. Go for a cycle. Coming set's going to be Agnos. Here's the pitch to Vivas. That's low, ball 1, and it is a 1-0 count now to Vivas. Sitting 242 average, 3 home runs, 18 runs driven in, a 670 OPS. Agnos comes set. Here comes the 1-0 to Vivas. Curveball, and that's ripped into right field. That's a base hit. Coming up with it, is going to be the right fielder McCarthy, and that will hold Ruiz at third. So Jorbit Vivas has a single now. That's a multi-hit day for Vivas. Good job by Jorbit Vivas just driving that one to right. Ruiz can't score on the play. He's not too fast, but Vivas with a base hit. Commanders with a touchdown, shutting out the Broncos. The Gatorade was spiked in the 7th. Yeah, they all had a monster energy to wake up. So now, runners at first and third here for Nasim Nunez. In a 7-0 game, you just want to keep adding on here. Here's the pitch to Nunez, and that's going to be called. Strike one, top part of the zone. Hey, subs going fast, looking for sub 733. I remember when I was sub 233. Oh, that's awesome, Big Bud. Thank you so much, man. Nostalgia. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Check swing, did he go? Yes! Or they're going to call it a strike anyway, so it's an 0-2 count now. I mean, we were talking about the fact that this team wasn't awake in the 4th inning. I think they all just crushed a monster right as the 7th inning started. Dalen Lau went up there with a monster energy, crushed it, and then just went to work. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Swinging a bloop out to left field. That'll fall for a base hit. Coming to score is Ruiz. The throw will be towards the shortstop. So 3 hits in a row now. The Nationals say we're not done yet. They're going to keep adding on right here. So that's an RBI single for Nasim Nunez. Ruiz scores on the play. Moves Vivas up to second. So runners at first and second here with no one out. Eddie Yean is unbelievable. Yeah. Well, Cavalli gets credit for the run. Eddie Yean now, even more innings worked scoreless. Just stick with him for now. Don't waste any other arms. Let him be the up 10, down 10 guy right here. Get him experience. Get him big league innings. The pitch to Wood is right in there, called strike one. But it's now the Nationals 8 and the Rockies nothing.
A-T-S, Nats, woo!
I mean, this is the league-leading offense right here. Here's the 0-1. Wood swinging a ground ball. First baseman makes a great play. Goes to second. Will it throw to first? In time for the double play. But that does make it a runner to third here with 2 outs. Doesn't score him. Vivas just goes to third. So that's a double play. A rare one you see right there. 3-6-1. Because ducking out of the way was Nunez from the ground ball, and Wood didn't really hustle much, so didn't really try to beat it out. But now there's a runner at third here with 2 outs. That'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr., who already does have a home run in the game. Keep it going, yeah. Maybe add on this run right here. Make it 9. Here's the pitch to Garcia, and he check swing fouls this one off. It's an 0-1 count. So on here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. It's an 8-0 game. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Agnos now at 24 pitches. I mean, this situation, he is the up 10, down 10 guy. Just secure the game for now. The pitch to Garcia, and he fouls this one off third base side. It'd be an 0-2 count right here. Just keep adding on. 0-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Garcia Jr. up to the plate. He is 1 for 4 with a bomb. I don't care about the other numbers. Just really care about the bomb right there. Here's the 0-2. Garcia fouls this one off. It'll be 0-2 again. Oppo Taco for 10. That'd be really nice. But sadly, Wood, I don't know if Wood was set to go for 11, but Garcia I don't think really hits too many Oppo Tacos home runs. So Mr. C, this is the perfect time for him to hit his first Oppo Taco home run. Right here in an 8-0 game. Get us to double digits right here so we can pitch Jorbit Vivas in the 9th. We 0-2 here. Agnos into the wind. Here comes the 0-2 to Garcia. Garcia grounds this one to the first baseman. He takes it himself in time for out number 3. That'll end the inning on a 3 unassisted. So they do get a run in the inning. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 runner left on base. We add another. It's now an 8-0 game. So the energy drinks are still pouring on. They had a monster energy right as they went to work in the 7th inning. Added on 6 runs right before they went. And they're still kind of backfiring the energy still with that run right there. It's an 8-0 game. Nationals keep adding on. So we head to the bottom of the 8th, everybody. 8-0. It'll be the top of the order for the Rockies. Probably Eddie Yean will probably just head back out. Just keep pushing him for as long as they need. Yean did well in his debut, and now he does well here. Another scoreless inning. So good work by Eddie Yean. I mean, maybe they try Eddie Yean with the opener strategy. Let him start a game or two. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We're still here in the bottom of the 8th. We're cruising here in Colorado now. I mean, you go from a 1-0 game, we were nervous that the bullpen would blow it, to an 8-0 game. Whatever works for them works for me, as long as they score the runs. So it's 5:40 now. You might start getting the evening game started, maybe. Looks like we do have other games starting. 6:40 is when some other games start, like the Dodgers, Phillies, Twins, Guardians, which I'm excited for. Those are all good matchups. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, everybody. Not too much baseball tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow for the Buffalo Bisons and the Rochester Red Wings, a minor league baseball action, and you get to see the Major League jersey. I'm going to wear the Ricky Vaughn jersey tomorrow, which I am really excited to wear on stream. Not too many MLB games tomorrow, not too much MLB action, and it's all starting they're all afternoon games, so tune in to our game tomorrow, 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can tune in to the Rochester Red Wings game, which I'm really excited for. So we go, bottom of the 8th. Nationals hold an 8-0 lead right here. Beautiful mountains in Denver, Colorado, but a beautiful mountain on the mound, Eddie Yean. The pitch is low, ball 1. So 1-0 here. 99-mile-an-hour sinker there. Yean throws gas. Yean throws fuzz. Once again, big, beautiful mountain right there. So to be a 1-0. Here's the pitch. And Yean swings. This one is swung on, hit to right. And right there to make the catch is Dylan Cruz on that line drive by Jake McCarthy for out number 1. So 4 up, 4 down for Eddie Yean. He's doing well now. Eddie Yean is cruising here. So it looks like Jacob Young is now sent into center. Cruz is in right. So we got a couple changes. Cruz now in the right field where he was to make that play. And Jacob Young in the center. Probably giving that's Wood the rest of the day off. The pitch from Yean to Moniak. Swinging a miss at a changeup. It's an 0-1 count. Eddie Yean going right to work here. So Young put into the game here in the field. Looks like he's probably just going to take Wood's spot. Yean set at the belt. The 0-1 is inside. Ball 1 with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Yean's probably our hardest thrower out of the bullpen, too. Looks like it really just is Young for Wood. So if they just want Wood to have the rest of the day off, get him ready for Friday. Coming set to Yean. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive right field. Cruz ranging over. That's going to fall for a base hit. So Moniak will stop at first with a single. Mickey Moniak with a base knock here with 1 out. So Eddie Yean gives up his first base hit of the afternoon. So we turn it into an evening game. Good evening, everybody who's coming in now. Kind of turning into the evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. So runner at first here with 1 out. That'll bring up Hunter Goodman. I mean, for now, just stabilization. Just stabilize it. Yean comes set. Here comes the first pitch here to Hunter Goodman. Here's the pitch. And Goodman takes a sinker upstairs, ball 1, but we started a challenge, then he doesn't. Looking at the replay, or they're not going to show, but that looks like that was there. Just in my opinion. But it will be a 1-0 here with 1 out. Yean looks in for his sign. He looks. Now he's got it, and he comes set. It'll be a 1-0 to Goodman. Here's the pitch from Yean. Swinging a foul ball on a slider, so it'll be a 1-1 count now. 1-1 here with 1 out. Yean just working hard out here. Just get the outs. That's the big thing. Get the outs. Yean looks in for his sign. He's got it and he comes set. It'll be a 1-1 to Hunter Goodman. Here's the pitch from Yean. That's low ball 2, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Time for dinner with District Nation. Yep, dinner with the District Nation. Maybe we should do a taste test on screen. So this is a spaghetti and meatball. 2-1 here with 1 out. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for dinner. Oh, I think I actually do. I do. Coming set is Yean. Here's the 2-1 to Goodman. Outside, ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. Yean, you can't walk anybody right here. You just want to get it done right here. But thanks for tuning in, Mr. C, for dinner with District. So 3-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Coming set's going to be Yean. It'll be a 3-1 to Goodman, their best hitter. Here's the pitch. Goodman takes a fast sinker, called. Strike 2. Just clipped the zone, so it's a 3-2 count. Got that call. Looking at the replay, that was not a strike. So Yean given a gift that time. So it'll be 3-2 here. Yean looks in for a sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be a 3-2. Here's the pitch from Yean. Swinging a fly ball, foul. We'll do 3-2 again on a 98-mile-an-hour sinker. He's jammed and fouls it off. So 3-2 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Eddie Yean, a guy who bounced up to the big leagues, then sent down immediately. Now he's up here trying to make himself a permanent part of this bullpen. guy who's been looking good. No runs given up yet at the big league level. Getting a good lead here. Here's Moniak. Going to be a 3-2. Here's the pitch to Goodman. Swing and a miss at a sinker. Eddie Yeen puts him away. He tipped that one to the glove, but Eddie Yeen gets a strikeout for out number 2. So there's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 8th. Eddie Yeen with a strikeout. I was there live to watch Eddie Yeen's debut. That was awesome, watching Yeen make his debut, start his great career. Yeen looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be TJ Rumfield now. Here's the pitch. And that's outside, ball 1 with a 90-mile-an-hour changeup, so it'll be a 1-0 count now. 1-0 here, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Rumfield up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Yeen comes set. It'll be a 1-0 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, foul. It'll be a 1-1 count now. Or excuse me, this is fair. Or no, this will be foul. And it barely does get out of play. They looked like it was fair. Lyle and Vivas were giving chase that time, but it does get out of play. So do 1-1 here with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Nationals is trying to put this game away by this point. Put this game away. Get us home. Get us home with a victory and make the Nationals road record 32-20. They've been great on the road. One of the best teams on the road. And on the road for the Rockies, they're 17-34, and they're 24-28 in their own ballpark. Coming set is going to be Yeen. The 1-1 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch, and that's way upstairs, ball 2 with a sinker. So it will be a 2-1 count now. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Yeen facing Rumfield. Eddie Yeen now at 21 pitches. Now you got to think someone's warming up in the bullpen. Yeen comes set. Here comes the 2-1. That's inside, ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. Eddie Yeen, all zeros in MLB so far, but at the minor league level, he did pretty well. He did well at AAA Rochester, where he's been a national basically most of his career. He was 2-1 with a 3.35 over 42 games in AAA Rochester. Last year, he was with a different team. Here's the 3-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, but Cabert Reese wanted an ABS challenge anyway. So we'll get a ABS right here on the pitch upstairs. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Cabert Ruiz succeeds on an ABS challenge. This has to be the first time Ruiz is actually doing well with it. Ruiz is doing really well with the ABS back there. So it'll be a 3-2 now. Eddie Yeen clips the top part of the zone. So it's a 3-2 count now. Thanks for the stream, District. Nice call. I appreciate it. So 3-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Yeen looks in for his sign now. He comes set. It'll be a 3-2 to Rumfield. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, foul to 3-2 again. Ooh, what is for dinner? I don't remember, to be honest. So 3-2 or 2. I just remember there's something. Little problems like that are the things that destroy your day sometimes. But there's a guy, Eddie Yeen, who was with the Pirates organization to start his career. He started with the Nationals, and then he's traded for one Josh Bell. That was a trade Eddie Yeen was in. So to be a 3-2. Here's the pitch. That's low and in, ball 4. So Yeen's going to let his second base runner on base. So now runners at first and second after the hit and a walk with 2 outs. There's runners at first and second here. Now Simon Matthews will pay him a quick visit here. Talk it out. Thank you, Backroad, for tuning in. So Eddie Yeen's going to have a quick conversation with Simon Matthews right here. Just work it out, figure it out real quickly. Looks like our winner of the poll is probably going to end up being Sandlot. It's 44% of people voting Sandlot over a ton of people in the poll. So thank you so much to everyone who voted in the poll. Thanks for joining in on that little fun for tonight's stream. So bottom of the 8th here, 2 away. Eddie Yeen now at 25 pitches. No way they sent him back out for the 9th. They can get runs. Looks like we do have someone in the bullpen. Looks like that's a righty, so that can't be too many guys. I believe that's going to probably be, if it's a righty, that can't, yeah, they're warming up a righty. It looks like Awesome Andrew for a second, but Awesome Andrew, the lefty. Coming set to Yeen. Here's the pitch to Carrig. That's going to be in there, called strike 1. It looked to me like warming up was Kranick. So Kranick's probably going to come in for the 9th, just finish this one up. Hopefully it's not a save situation. We're going to get an ABS challenge right there. Oh my gosh, that was right in the zone. What is he doing challenging that? That was right in the zone. Carrick did not do a good challenge right there, and the Rockies are out of challenges. Coming set is Yeen. Here's the 0 to Carrick, and that's inside ball 1. Challenging that pitch? That must have made the Nationals think.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
So 1-1 here with the 2 outs. Yeen comes set. 1-1 to Carrick. Here's the pitch. That's inside ball 2, the changeup, so it will be a 2-1 count now. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Oh, wow. Yeah, just 8-0 score. Really nice. The Nationals went from giving me nerves about this bullpen to a nice big victory with the offense. Coming set is Yeen. The 2-1 to Carrick. Here's the pitch, and Carrick takes a pitch outside ball 3. What happened, DN? A lot of scoring. I mean, Garcia had a home run. A lot of errors in the inning as well. The Rockies just couldn't get anything going. We doing another ABS here? Here's the pitch, and it's a ball. So Keibert Ruiz fails a challenge that time. He ABS'd that one. I didn't realize that. That's off by 2.4 inches. What are we doing challenging that? That pitch was
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
So to be 3-1 here. Coming set to Yeen. 3-1 to Carrick. Swinging a ground ball. Play made by Nunez. He will fire it over to Garcia in time for out number 3. So Eddie Yeen works 2 innings scoreless. He walks a man and gives up a hit. So 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, but no runs. So we're headed to the 9th, everybody. 8-0 as we head to the top of the 9th. Dave, I feel like 8 runs, that's secure enough to bring in a position player if you wanted to. If they absolutely wanted to. They could bring in a position player, possibly. Here we go. Top of the 9th. They had that inning where they batted around, so now they're just adding on. As it'll be Tenna, Abrams, and Cruz for the Nationals in the top of the 9th inning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out if you're going to be leaving here anytime soon. Just help out the channel a little bit. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, getting very, very close. It took us a while to hit the first 500. Now we're really cruising. We're at 718, so I'm really excited to see what this channel can do. So here we go. I'd like Tenna to just get some hits right here. Tenna to get some hits. Abrams to rip one. Abrams had a streak of games with home runs. Let's see if he can continue doing that. He has 3 games in a row. Let's see if he can rip something right here. But yeah, as I mentioned, trade in 2020, the Pirates traded Josh Bell for Will Crowe and Eddie Yeen. So we got Josh Bell, and all we had to give up was Will Crowe and Eddie Yeen. So he's assigned to them during 2021. And then in 2025, he's just elected free agency after being with their minor league teams. You've seen our bullpen score more runs. Have you seen our bullpen score more? Just joining in the 9th. Why is the natural not in the poll? Yeah, I forgot about that. I should have put the natural in the poll, and I forgot Moneyball, or I forgot Major League as well, which I just realized I'm wearing the jersey tomorrow. I used the Bob Uecker sound effect, and I forgot to put Major League in the natural. Should have probably put the natural in the poll. You've seen our bullpen score more runs. Thanks for a great broadcast, District Nation. Thanks for being here, Mr. and Mrs. C. Here's the first pitch here to Tenna, and it's outside ball 1. Agnos will be back out there for the top of the 9th. Thanks for hanging out, Mr. C. So 1-0 here with no one gone, top of the 9th, just getting started here. Here's the pitch from Agnos to Tenna, and he takes a splitter in there, called strike 1 in the outside corner. So it will be a 1-1 count. 1-1 here with no one gone, top of the 9th. Agnos, the pitch to Tenna. Swing and a miss at a splitter, and it's a 1-2 count. 1-2 here with no one gone, top of the 9th inning. Tenna's 2 for 4 on the day. He has a couple hits going. Fever pitch. Ooh. So to be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch to Tenna. Swing and a miss at a splitter, and Tenna is down swinging for out number 1. We need more runs. If you see our bullpen, score more runs. That is what Mr. C is trying to say there. Fever pitch. Mrs. C votes fever pitch. Okay. It looks like I just Googled that. It's a romantic comedy. There's a pitch to Abrams, and he takes a sinker just high ball one, and the Rockies are out of challenges now. Nationals down to 1, so can't do much. That's an interesting one. I've never heard of that. I had to Google it just now. Agnos into the wind here. Here comes the 1-0 to CJ. Abrams takes a cutter way inside, ball 2. So it is a 2-0 count now. 2-0 here with 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Just can't the zone here, but if Agnos throws a strike, Abrams is definitely going to rip one here. Here's the 2-0 to Abrams. Abrams takes a splitter in there, called strike 1, bottom part of the zone. So it will be a 2-1 count now. 2-1 here with a 1 out in the top of the 9th. Abrams, a guy who's just gotten so much better this year after being moved to the 4 holes. That splitter is away, ball 3, so it is a 3-1 count now. Ever since getting moved to the 4 hole, you've seen improvement. He's a more powerful hitter. He may not be as fast, but really good hitter. That's the thing, just a really good hitter. Here's the 3-1 to Abrams. Abrams takes his fastball right in there, called strike 2, so it is a 3-2 count. Mrs. C here. It is a good movie. All right. I'll have to Google it and learn more about it. I think Deanne Dad's just mad because there's no natural. And Abrams lines this one down the left field line. That's fair as it goes off the wall. Abrams can have extra bases right here. He cruises into second. CJ Abrams continues to rake here with a double. Abrams with his 4th hit on the day. That's his first extra base hit. But he has 4 hits on the day now. Abrams finally with an extra base hit this time. So runner at second here with 1 gone, and CJ Abrams. 4 hits on the day. What do you want in that case? Do you want a home run or 4 hits? It's really about what you want there. So Agnos now at 37 pitches faces Dylan Cruz. Here's the pitch, and Cruz takes a pitch. Call. Strike 1 way low in the zone. If that movie doesn't make someone like baseball, I don't know what will. This is Mrs. C. My favorite is Moneyball. Here's the 0-1, and that's outside ball. And I assumed Mr. C was a Moneyball guy. And that's why you should never trade CJ Abrams. Yep, CJ Abrams, a guy who is just a guy who rakes, especially in the 4 hole this year. He has been better. And Cruz even today, 2 for 3 on the day. Couple singles. Only struck out once. So Cruz is looking good too. Here's the 1-1, and Cruz fouls this one off first base side to be a 1-2 count. And first base coach Corey Ray fields that one off the fence. So it bounced right back to him, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. One-two here with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Agnos looks in for a sign. He's got it, and he comes set. Here comes the 1-2 to Cruz. Ooh, and that gets him. Dylan Cruz hit by the splitter high and in at 86 mile an hour. Dylan Cruz drilled in the arm. He looks uncomfortable. So he is in pain. So he'll take first base right here. Butera and the trainer will check on him. That nailed him in the arm. Was that the funny bone? That could not have felt good. So that went high and inside, got him. Oof, in the kind of in the ribs and on the arm. So all around, really. Looking at the replay. Ooh, it got him on the ribs. It got him on the inside of his ribs, kind of the left side. Oof, that must have hurt. So Cruz is going to take first base right here. Toughen it out. Runners at first and second here now for Dale and Lyle. So coming set here is Agnos. He faces Dale and Lyle, the pitch, and Lyle takes a cutter in there called strike 1. So it'll be 0-1 here. Dale and Lyle up to the plate. Agnos comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Lyle. Lyle swinging a fly ball. Hit out to center. Going back is Carrig. A few steps in front of the track. He makes the catch. Abrams is going to tag for third. The throw will be towards the shortstop Castro. So that is out number 2, but that moves Abrams up to third. So Max Kranick now warming up the bullpen. Had a tough outing his first time out. Gave up a lot of runs. He was in that 15-1 loss on Saturday. So 2 outs here. That'll bring up Ruiz. Seems like I missed out on all the fun, lol. Yeah. A lot of fun. 8 runs of fun. So Agnos here with 2 outs will face K. Barrett Ruiz. Agnos now at 43 pitches. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz with a line drive to right field. McCarthy makes the catch for out number 3. So that one's hit well, but McCarthy makes the catch. So now the Washington Nationals are going to try to hold an 8-run lead, and that's a lot to ask of Max Kranick. So Kranick's going to take over right here. Max Kranick to take over after Eddie Yean works a good 2 innings. Max Kranick to work with 8 runs a cushion here. So Eddie Yean ends up working 2 innings. He grabs 1 strikeout. He gives up a hit, no runs. He does walk a man. So that's the line for him. Cade Cavalli ended up only walking 2 guys. 8 strikeouts for him. So here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Let's go right here. Charge! So you go to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Carlos Castro and Julian, and Max Kranick will take over for the Nationals right here on the mound. Let's see if Max Kranick can get out of this right here. Just get the outs, get the win. Kranick will take over in the 9th after 2 innings worked by Eddie Yean. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. How about the channel just a little bit? Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in as well. If you're just here, you're helping out the channel, which is all some people can do. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. Mr. 3000 was a fun movie. My favorite, but good. My favorite 50s one is called It Happens Every Spring. Ooh, I've never heard of that one. I'll have to go Google that one, but I've heard of Mr. 3000 as well. I've heard the plot and what he does in it. So, but all good movies. Baseball has good movies. That's a thing. People don't realize they have good movies. So here we go, everybody. We are headed to the bottom of the 9th right here. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Minor League broadcast. We're going to have some Minor League Baseball Red Wings at Bisons. That broadcast, once again, will be brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. Hello, Mr. District Nation. How are you today? Here's the pitch now, and that is inside ball 1 from Max Kranick. We'll take over the 9th right here. I like the Major League movie trilogy. That's awesome. Watching between my fingers, it's Panic Kranick to pitch. Yeah, that's a good one. Panic Kranick. Here comes the 1-0 from Kranick to Caro, swinging a foul ball to be a 1-1 count. With the way Kranick did last time out, Panic Kranick is the first good name we've had on the first. We got Can of Cornelia on the first try. I forgot all about It Happens Every Spring. I thought that was Mr. C talking right here. Here comes the 1-1 from Kranick. That's up and away ball 2. Ruiz wants a challenge right here. Maybe that clipped. This will actually be close right here. That didn't look like it clipped, but we're going to actually get a good look at this one. So here comes the pitch. And it did not clip. So the Nationals are out of challenges now. Thought that one may have hit. That was off by just a little. Off by 1/10 of an inch. Wow. So the Nationals are out of challenges. So to be a 2-1. Here's the pitch, and that is outside ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count. 3-1 here, no one gone. Bottom of the 9th. So I got to get you guys ready for a redirect right here. Still looking for a channel. Here's the 3-1. And that's inside ball 4. So Panic Kranick does walk the first guy he sees. And thus the comeback begins. The nervousness begins because the comeback begins. Oh boy, comeback begins. Panic Kranick begins. So Kranick up to the plate here. Castro hitting now. Kranick going to pitch here. Let's go. Come on. Get the outs. Coming set is Kranick. Here comes the pitch to Castro. Swinging a fly ball foul. We need more extra innings so you can get to 733 subs. We can get to that this weekend. It is fine, Big Bud. I personally can wait. So I'm fine waiting a little while. So it doesn't look like I can redirect to some channels. So we're going to have to drop a link if we need to go some. Kranick looks in for a sign. He comes set. It'll be an 0-1 to Castro. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 97 miles an hour. Oh, man, here we go. Panic Kranick on the mound. Yep. The Panic Kranick takes over. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Scary. That's a good quote from... That's a good thing to quote from Rookie of the Year. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here comes the 0-2 to Castro. Swinging a fly ball, broken bat. on the infield. Vivas is under it. He makes the catch for out number 1, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Let's go. 8 men out. Ooh, that's a good movie. Do they have anyone warming up? I do not believe that the Nationals have anyone warming up. I mean, a lot of our arms have been used. Give them the off day right here. Only three bullpen arms, or just arms in total. Cavalli, Yeen, and Kranick. I think Kranick can get out of this. Panic Kranick will make us worry, but he will get out of it. That's the good thing. So 1 out. Kranick sets. Here's the pitch. In there, called. Strike 1 with a fastball, and it'd be an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here with 1 out. Kranick looks in for his sign. He's looking here. He's got it, and he comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Julian. Swinging a shot towards center field, but Jacob Young goes back, and Jacob Young makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs now, so they're down to their last out right here. Let's go. So here we go. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Let's go. Coming set is Kranick. Panic Kranick, not going to do this to us today. Here's the pitch to Sullivan. Swinging a line drive, right field, base hit in front of Dylan Cruz. He will fire this one back in quickly, so that's a base hit by Brett Sullivan right here. Runners at first and second with 2 outs now. So maybe Panic Kranick's doing it to us. Maybe he actually is. So runners at first and second here with 2 outs. This is looking a little fishy now. So now that'll bring up Jake McCarthy, who's 1 for 4 on the day, hitting over 300. This is starting to look fishy to me. I'm starting to get nervous here. Mr. C was correct with the nickname Panic Kranick right here. Getting a little nervous. We're okay. We're okay. Coming set is Kranick. First pitch to McCarthy. McCarthy swinging a miss at a curveball, and it's an 0-1 count. That curveball's low in the zone, and it's 0-1 here. Bottom of the 9th here, 2 outs, 8-0 game. Kranick looks in for his sign. He comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to McCarthy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a curveball in the dirt. It gets away from Ruiz. Both runners are going to move up a bag here on the wild pitch. So 0-2 here with 2 outs. Now the Nationals are down to the last strike away. Let's go. 1 strike away from putting this one away. So 0-2 here with 2 outs. Let's go. Come on, Nationals right here. Just put it away right here. Put it away. Kranick now time called here. Oh, is there a pitch count violation? But it'd be a 2-strike count here. Kranick against McCarthy. 0-2. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Kranick sets. The pitch. Swinging a foul ball. We'll do 0-2 again right here. So McCarthy fouls that one off. Still, Rockies down to their last strike. Max Kranick 1 strike away from his first scoreless outing with the Nats. If he can get the out right here. Or he doesn't and a run scores. But 0-2 here with 2 outs. Kranick comes set. Panic Kranick ready to go to the plate. Here's the pitch to McCarthy. Called! Strike 3. Max Kranick gets the out, and the Nationals get the victory 8-0. The Washington Nationals get a shutout, and they win this one by a score of 8-0. And Max Kranick gets his 2nd strikeout on the season, and the Washington Nationals take the victory on the game and the series. 2nd series on the road in a row after getting swept by the Yankees. They get 2 in a row. So that ends the game, everybody. Final score, Washington Nationals 8, Rockies nothing. And the big story here was that chaotic 7th inning. You don't need a bunch of home runs. You don't need even hits to score runs. They only have, well, they had 5 hits in the inning, but errors. They advance on the mistakes. So the mistakes end up giving the Nationals a win and a series win. That 7th inning, it was 1-0 coming into that 7th inning. Herget comes into the game to start it. Just looking at the beginning of that inning, just look at the beginning. You get Lyle with a walk, and then you have a walk from Vivas, a single from Nunez, a home run from Garcia, but the single from Nunez brings all the errors that moves them to second. That scores a couple runs. They took advantage of the errors from the Rockies, and that's Rockies baseball for you. They're going to make errors. Encouraging to see Eddie Yeen go out there. 2 innings of good work. And now the Nationals get Kranick to work an inning well. So the Nationals go 4-2 on this road trip, and they will return home looking good. They're to 52-51, and the Rockies fall to 41-63. But there's something about going to your home ballpark, a game over 5, especially when you're fighting for that wild card spot. Phew, says Mr. C. Yep. There's something about going home with that spot that's just really, really good. So the Washington Nationals do get a victory on this one. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I mean, good game. You just get those mistakes and you make them into hits. You make them into runs. It works out well. And the story, Abrams, 4 hits on the day. And then one of them turns into a run. He advances on air, and that big air coming on the one play where Cruz is able to advance on third on just a regular single. He ends up on third. A lot of airs in the game. Kaz runs to score. So that's how it happens, everybody. That's how it ended the game. Abrams, a great performance. He goes 4 for 4. So good inning there. So that will end the game, everybody. And thanks for doing this stream. Was watching from Colorado for 3 games. Thank you, Reed Taylor, for tuning in. You're watching from Colorado. That's awesome. But thank you so much for tuning in. So we're going to redirect to play-by-play with JJ here. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, everybody. We will be going live tomorrow. We will be doing not Washington Nationals baseball, not even MLB baseball. We'll be doing some minor league baseball. So tune in tomorrow at 6:20 is when we're going to be going live. It's going to be Jackson Kent taking the mound for the Rochester Red Wings against the Buffalo Bisons, a AAA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. Tune in tomorrow for that, 6:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning into today's broadcast. Today's broadcast, as usual, was brought to you by Watch It Fly Media Production and brought to you by. So thank you so much for tuning in to District Nation for play-by-play of this Rockies-Nationals game. Final score, Nationals 8, Rockies nothing. Nationals get a shutout in the last game of this series. They get a lot of offense, and they end up taking the series. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Please tune in tomorrow for minor league baseball when I can see you more, and you get to see the Ricky Vaughn jersey. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you soon right here on District Nation, brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. Head over to Play-by-Play with JJ. It's going to ask you if you want to redirect. All you got to do is click the link. Thank you so much. I will see you soon tomorrow on District Nation. Peace, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in.
This has been a broadcast of Sports Live Play-by-Play on District Nation, YouTube's home of DC Sports, home of the most Nationals, Wizards, and Commanders content. Brought to you by Watch It Fly Media. We'll see you soon, right here on District Nation.